Hello everyone, and welcome to the final round of the Comet Conqueror. I'll start by congratulating all the 5 participants who have been competing with about 45 other worthy opponents for the past 2 days to make it to this phase of the Best Manager game of Infloré 17th edition, powered by Affiniks Study Abroad. This round will be an interview for the participants. In the interview panel, we have 4 eminent personalities. The first one being Mr. Agrim Prakash, who is a digital storyteller, founder of Idiot Box Media, a former sports commentator for Star Sports, and also an alumnus of the London School of Economics and Political Science. He has conducted many workshops and management training for upskilling and development of numerous aspiring professionals as well as students. Welcome to the Comet Conqueror, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Secondly, we have with us Mr. Nirmal Abraham. Mr. Nirmal has been a management professor, a columnist, a political analyst, and also an HR trainer who has educated several competitive events in the domain of business, law, and entrepreneurship in India. He has appeared in many discussions in mainstream news channels such as Asianet, Madhrubhumi, and so on. In addition to that, he has published articles in The Hindu, Quint, and CNN News 18. I extend my hearty welcome on behalf of Team Infloré to you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We are also happy to have with us Advocate Gajendra Singh Raj Purohit. Besides being an advocate, practicing at the High Court of Kerala, he is also an excellent teacher and mentor to students. He has been an inspiring model for many and have won multiple Best Manager titles during his college period. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting.
Today, we also have with us Dr. Georgie Alex. Dr. Georgie is a postgraduate in both business as well as economics. The students of Rajgiri have been lucky enough to benefit from his experience in marketing as a teacher and researcher for the past few years. As an active researcher, he has presented papers in the field of marketing, education, and strategy in multiple national and international conferences. A warm welcome to the Comet Conqueror, sir.
So much.
I hope all the participants are geared up to fight the final battle of the Comet Conqueror. Good luck, guys. As for the instructions, you will be requested to join the waiting room now. Please accept the request as soon as you receive it. And once you enter the waiting room, please pay attention to requests to join the main room where the interview will be conducted. Please ensure connectivity at your end and also that your camera and microphones are well functioning. Any delay due to technical issues cannot be encouraged, so please make sure that this does not happen, participants. Once again, wishing you all the very best. So we'll start. Now you will be receiving the request to join the waiting room. Kindly join. Our first participant will be chess number BM70. BM70 is here. We'll start off.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, am I the first participant here?
Why do you care?
Sorry, sir.
Why do you care if you're the first or the last?
No, sir, I was just wondering because we were told we were going to we will be going to breakout room, but I was put in the waiting room, so I got confused. That's why.
Okay,
Do
you're
you
highly
believe in the
confused.
dictum?
Sorry, sir.
Do you believe in the dictum that best managers do not conform to norms?
They should follow the norms.
Okay,
But you
tell me
haven't.
something.
Yeah, they
You
should have
haven't
followed
followed
the
the norms.
Sorry, sir.
You haven't followed the norms for this competition.
You were supposed to be here by 11:50, right? So,
Sir, yeah. So the thing.
but no,
was,
I don't want to listen to your excuses. We don't have time for that. I'm just saying that, first up, you gave a really bad impression to start with. So
Tell me
I
how much did you score for your English in PUC or 12th or whatever it is that you did? How much did you score?
So I scored around 63 or 64.
It shows. It's
Yeah.
showing because what do you just I'm gonna ask you a few English words. Can you try to explain what those words mean to me? What do you mean by a resume of failures?
So what I understood by resume of failure was
I don't care about what you understood. What is a resume of failure supposed to be?
If I am considered as a failure person as of my own, what my resume would look like. I mean, let's say if I was a failure, what would my resume would look like? That is what I've understood from resume.
Okay, so then do you? I ask you one more word. Do you know what the word nymphomaniac stands for?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll let you go back. Okay, because what you've done is you've made a fool out of us who came all the way from different parts of the world just to sit here and adjudicate you. We've come all the way here to see how you will perform as a candidate, and you come and mock us with this nonsense. What is this supposed to be? What have you written here? What is getting the right change from the from shop post purchase and right swipes in Tinder, Omegle, and sleeping?
Sir, I thought this was something where a person who is failure, who is not success, who thinks himself a low, how would his resume look like? I put myself there and I started imagining how it would be if it was me, if I was that failure person. So that is
so you're saying that sleeping and spending dad's money, all the people who do that are failures.
No, sir, not necessary, but I put myself there and I thought this would be my attributes if
Prince, judging from how you're speaking and performing right now, you don't need a resume of failures. You are a failure. That's how you make it appear right now. You're not confident, very, very nervous at the outset. You're not able to answer questions. You're not on time. So how do you expect us to even consider you for? Yeah,
I'm definitely nervous, sir. But the reason behind getting late was we were usually.
No, we don't need reasons. We were not.
Forget reasons. I don't want him here. I don't want him here. You're done. Listen to me. You're done.
You had 20 minutes in hand.
You have two options. Either you can go back. You can go. Yeah.
To bail you out.
Go back and come to us with what failures you faced in your life. Tell us about your life.
Agreeing, sir. You're getting stuck.
Does that feel bad when somebody gets stuck and gets late? So think about us. You were late by 15 minutes.
I definitely understand that.
Yeah, you understand that. So what is your area of interest besides business?
Besides business, I love music.
You love music?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Who is Tom McDonald?
Sir, honestly, I'm much more into.
Why is he famous in the United States?
Sir, I'm much.
He was number one on iTunes every single month last year, and you're telling me that you don't know. So you.
Sir, music as in.
Forget it. We'll come back to business. Imagine.
What is the importance of failure? Can you defend yourself? You have been failing all along. Can you defend the importance of failure in life?
I think failure is the stepping stone to success, and
oh my God!
And I know this is.
What is your definition of success?
Very, very common code, but I do definitely this.
What is your definition of success?
Every time you fail, you understand, you learn new things. And
what is the definition of success?
Sir?
What is your definition of success?
For me, success is me being better than yesterday.
Everything about you is very subjective. He asked you a clear definition. What is success? It's not about what is success for you. How would you define success?
Sir, success is subjective in every term. So for you, your success will be different. For me, my success, terming success for me would be very different.
Nirmal, don't ask him the definition of success. Don't ask him the definition of success. Ask him the definition of failure.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know what.
He'll only have to say his name.
No. You know what, buddy? You come back. You leave. You leave. Now come back with the proper resume of your failures. We do not want on time because you have wasted our time by becoming late. So why don't you come back when you have the time? Okay, you talk to the talk to the coordinators of the event.
I don't know if they'll let you, but try negotiating. That's it.
Sir, I'm sorry, but then resume of
Yeah, we are
failure.
sorry too.
Please,
We're sorry
please
too.
remove him. Please remove him. Please remove him. We don't want to talk to him. Please remove him. Is my audio still a problem, guys? Or is it okay?
No, sir. It's better now. We have removed participant BM70. So now we'll go with the next participant, BM23.
Thank you.
BM23 is in. We can start the interview once BM23 unmutes himself and switches on his camera.
So am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
All
What's
right.
the difference between good and bad?
The difference between good and bad, again, this question is very vague, and a BM doesn't answer to ambiguity. But if you do ask me the difference between good and bad, then I'd say that it is a very subjective question. So something that might be good for me might be bad.
Why don't you give me a subjective answer?
For that, I'm sorry, sir.
Why don't you give me a subjective answer?
So I think good is something that gives you self-gratification, something that you feel you've accomplished something, whereas bad is something when you know that you've made a mistake. So
Okay,
I think
BM23, Ishita, that's your name, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you pro-environment or are you pro-development?
I'm pro-environment.
Okay, let's assume for a second that you made up Patkar. Tell me what NBA is.
Sorry, I'm sorry, what?
Let's assume for a second that you made up Patkar. Tell me what NBA is.
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, what is the role of NAPM in environmental conservation? You don't know. You're pro-environment. You're pro-environment.
I mean, if I had to choose among the two options, I'd say I'm pro-environment.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's it. That shows the depth. That shows the depth. Who is Medha Patkar, by the way?
Again, sir, I'm not sure.
She has no idea. She has no clue. When is World Environment Day? When is World Environment Day?
I think it's the 23rd of June, but I'm not sure.
The 5th of June?
Oh, very confidently saying blatantly wrong. Not even care.
And she has here to judge questions saying that they're vague. She doesn't have a proper answer in the first place.
Ishita Sabu. Quick question to you. I'm going to put out a statement. All right.
Right, sir.
Now I want you to help defend the statement. That's your task for today. Ishita Sabu and diapers are alike because they're full of the same thing.
Right.
So yeah.
So I think when you're looking at it, I'm sorry. Okay, so you're only looking at it from a negative perspective. When you look at it from a positive perspective, you're saying that I provide you comfort. You're saying that I provide you help whenever you need help, and you're saying that I'm always there for you regardless of.
Okay, enough. So I was right. You are full of the same thing. You're full of the same thing. Absolutely correct. So let me.
As an entrepreneur, you're having more of rationality or intuition?
I think it's more of rationality than intuition.
Why?
Because logic always outweighs the reasoning. It's always logic over emotions.
Most of the businesses don't start off with any logic. You will hardly start a business with logic.
But none of the business starts with emotion as well. It starts with an idea, then you apply logic. If there's no logic, you cannot have an.
Most of the businesses have started from passion.
Sorry,
not with logic. Most of the businesses have started from passion, not with logic.
But most of them have succeeded because there was logic.
Okay, let's say, Ishita, you have a business. Let's say you, I'll give you an opportunity to start a business in Kerala. Tell me what business would it be and why?
So this is, I would definitely come up with something that are related to coconut.
No, I want a specific answer. Don't be vague. Okay,
right.
give me a specific answer.
Right, the coconut shells, the outer covering that they have, it can be used for manufacturing or packaging.
It's not a unique idea.
Wow, so Noel, you're coming to Kerala and you're teaching us what we can do with coconuts. Amazing. What else? What more? Let's first of all, Ishita, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. So like I was saying, I could use the outer of the
coconut. Why did I congratulate you? What time when you moved on? Why did I congratulate you?
Because of the idea of the fact that coconuts are very
popular. No, man, you came to Kerala and you BS to us about coconuts. No, that's wrong. You're in the wrong place to be doing that. Here's the deal. Congrats on your certifications. Wow, you're a really learned human being. You've taken Google Analytics for beginners and done social media marketing.
Right.
Tell me, what is CTR in digital marketing?
CTR.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay,
Call to action.
Sorry, call to action.
That is CTA. It's not CTR.
I have it for CTR, sir.
Okay, all right. And what is CPM? Not the political party. CPM in digital marketing.
If I'm not sure, I think it's something performance management. Again, I'm not completely
performance management. That's what you're full of the. She's full of the same things that diapers are made up of. Okay, next question, final question. This is the first thing they teach you in Google Analytics for behaviors. Literally the first thing. What is the digital marketing funnel? Explain it to me.
The digital marketing funnel, right?
Right.
I'm
not proudly displaying. Go right now. Go to your LinkedIn. Remove that. Sorry, what is that?
He clarifies the 4 steps that are there in the funnel. Again, I'm not sure about the steps.
Then why have you? Then what gives you the audacity to put up these certificates that you probably went on Quizlet and copy pasted? What gives you the audacity? You are a fraud.
So what I've essentially done is I have implemented this in my work experience. So the funnel is something that's theory knowledge, and when we look at it from a practical point of view, it's very different.
Tell me how you were
really bad. I really thought you were only bad, but now you are looking really ugly.
It's
what is perfectionist? Why do you say that perfectionist is a weakness?
Because you need you look into the smallest detail of every task, and sometimes this can be very time consuming, and towards the end the project doesn't come together. So
is there something else from which we can ask you questions on, because you failed in literally every aspect? You said you were pro environment. We asked you questions, you didn't know answers. You're a certified digital storyteller. You don't know the answers to that. Do you like industry, the entertainment industry?
I do so, but again, there's a difference between liking
the
industry and the industry.
You watch YouTube on a regular basis?
I do, not on a regular basis, but I watch.
So what is the most watched video on YouTube?
I think it's PewDiePie's gaming video.
No. Who is known as the PewDiePie of 2021?
I think it's T-Series or
no. Okay, stop. You got information, but it's all from 2019 2016 T-Series and PewDiePie. Amazing. No, tell me, you were saying something about making digital marketing practical and all that. No, tell us how you did this, the marketing funnel practically. How did you implement it?
So when we're talking about the marketing funnel, it basically helps us in research. So when you're starting with digital marketing, the first project that I'd taken up was completely research based. So we tried to bring in the funnel, and whenever we got responses, we tried to eliminate it in that particular point of view.
You are sitting in front of a PhD holder and talking about research. Tell me, what are the fundamental steps in the process of research?
So initially, first you find out the topic that you'll be conducting the research, how you'll be sampling the research, and how you'll be forming the questionnaire.
You find your topic, then you sample, and then what do you do? Form a questionnaire. This is how this is the research methodology that you took up.
No, sir. All I'm saying are these are essential steps when we're talking about research.
What did you call me? Wait, what did you call me? What did you call me?
So.
Why?
Because
I was knighted by the Queen.
That's right, but I'm giving you that respect because you hold that.
I find it offensive as an Indian who had to suffer years of subject to years of colonization. I find it offensive that you call me sir. How dare you?
I completely understand. I'm really sorry that
that's slipped out. What would you
want me to call you?
Sorry? Is multitasking the same as moonlighting?
Sorry?
Is multitasking the same as moonlighting?
No, sir.
What is it? Have you heard about moonlighting?
I haven't heard of the term moonlighting.
Yeah. What is multitasking?
Multitasking is when you're able to do tasks simultaneously, one task after the other.
So you're contradicting yourself. You said you are a perfectionist, and now you're saying that you're a multitasker. You're bluffing us in your resume.
So multitasking is when you're able to do 2 tasks together. Perfectionist is looking into the depths of each task. So what I'm saying is that
Alia, who is Sardar Raghbir Singh Sandanwalia?
Sorry?
I'm calling you Alia. Alia, who is Sardar Raghbir Singh Sandanwalia? That's because of the knowledge you have, that's why.
I'm not sure, sir.
She's not.
Who is Sardar Raghbir Singh Sandanwalia?
Could you come back to my answer at least? That was very open-ended.
Agram, you were very right in pointing out that she's a fraud. She says she was working with Symbolic Group, does not have any clue who started the group.
Okay, can you at least come back to my question? That was very open-ended. I asked you to tell me about a business that you would like to start in Kerala.
Right.
Could you please answer that?
Right. So the first idea would be that. The second idea, what we could.
How do you start a company? Can you tell me how you start a company?
So initially, you come up with your entire business
plan. You don't know.
Includes your marketing plan, your HR plan, your
How
finance.
do you start a company? It's a very specific question. How do you start a company? How do you register a company?
You submit the memorandum of association and then the articles of association. Then it leads to the incorporation. So
where do I submit this?
To the registrar of companies.
Okay. So what is run in relation to to the registration of a company? What is run in relation to the registration of a company?
So if I'm not wrong, I think it's the name of the company as well as the details of the company.
How do you expand run? RUN.
What does run stand for?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're not sure.
You're not
Isn't that the first step to registering company and you're not sure?
I'm not completely aware.
Okay, I'm not surprised either. Thank you.
Okay, what is the difference between a partnership firm and an LLP?
Sorry?
What is the difference between a partnership firm and an LLP?
A partnership firm is when you have two partners. LLP is...
What does LLP stand for? As a BBA student, as a second year BBA student, tell me what LLP stands for. Third year, final year student, right? Not second year. This is your final year, correct?
It's my second year.
Okay, excellent. Okay. You've got one whole year ahead of you. So tell me what LLP stands for.
I'm not complete.
Oh, I am not complete. You don't know any. Never say that. Don't say I'm not sure. Say you don't know. Accept it. Accept the fact that you have no knowledge whatsoever and that you're full of the same thing. You're full of what?
The same thing. So as much as I'm aware, it's limited liability partnership, but
excellent. You can Google. Amazing. You can Google really well. You can Google really well. Wow, amazing. Very well done. Yeah. No hands. Oh, look, Ma, no hands. Okay. Ishita, what's your dream job?
My dream job is to work under this firm that provides cramping packages for people, for ladies who are going through menstruation.
Okay, so as the okay, in what position, by the way? I want to be very sure. Is it finance, marketing, HR?
It's completely marketing. I want to do the head of marketing.
As the head of marketing, who would be your brand ambassador?
My brand ambassador for this would probably be either Shilpa Shetty, or I'd be looking at Deepika Padukone, given that how much they are focusing towards.
Given your budget, I'm giving you a brand ambassador for your company. Please come up with a marketing pitch. The brand ambassador for your company is Vijay Mallya.
All right, so even though Vijay Mallya has left India, his roots are still here. He's helped the people all over Bangalore. He set up the fanciest mall in UB City. But the one thing that he will be providing is the mall. The one thing he will be providing.
He helped the community. What a service. He set up UB City. Amazing.
And the things that he will be providing in UB City will include all our sanitary products. We'll ensure you get the best facilities, the best.
What does a brand ambassador do?
The brand ambassador.
Yeah, he's a brand ambassador. What would Shilpa Shetty have done?
She could have promoted it through yoga. She could have explained the benefits through yoga.
Now use Mallya.
Can you tell me a product or a service?
What we can, when we're talking about Vijay Mallya, we can look at Kingfisher.
Somebody asked you a question. Somebody else was asking you a question. How dare you cut that person off?
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't hear you. My bad. I'm really
What did you call him?
Sir.
Can you tell me a product or a service where place is the most important thing?
Place is the most important thing. So it could be a blood donation app where it connects the users to the hospitals and the hospitals to the users, as in the donors. So in certain places of India, the blood level, the availability of blood is very low. So in these places, place would be the most important factor, given that we'll only be going to areas where the level of availability of blood is low.
Okay. What is the difference between TNC and MNC?
A multinational corporation is something that has companies in the foreign as well as in India. And when we're talking about TNC.
Yeah, Google, nicely have your friend in the background. Google for you. Turn your camera right now. Turn it. Yalla.
So there's no one in the room.
What is aspiration finally?
Okay. Show me your turn it completely. Turn it. Show me your room. Turn it. Okay, well made bed. Okay, turn around.
What is aspiration? You said you are aspiring your father.
Right, sir.
Why? It's not clear. The way you have written it, it's not clear to me. Why?
So my dad started his own business from scratch, and this is something that I've always looked at, and this is something I want to do myself as the only child, as in the girl in the family. I want to start with my own business, and I've had talks with my dad regarding the same. So this is something I want to implement. The way he's worked from
Ishita, I think your problem is your problem is passion without perception. You have no idea how to do it. You have a business plan in mind. You have no idea how to start a company. You have no idea how to register a name. You have no idea about Medha Patkar. You have no idea about the music industry. There's so much more you have to learn before you even compete. Because I'm surprised looking at your resume saying that you won best manager titles in premier universities. It's hard to believe. Just like your LinkedIn profile. Okay, impress is okay. So I'll give you a simple task. Let's see how good you are practically, as you said. Okay, do you have a mask there somewhere? Have you been using a mask?
So there's no mask here.
There's no mask. You're not okay. You're not using a mask.
That was the buzzer, by the way.
Okay, right. Can you sell something that is in your room right now to the other three?
There's a charger right next to me.
Okay, right away. Sell it to Mr. Agrim Prakash.
Perfect.
All right. So a very good evening.
For 20,000 bucks. For 20,000 bucks.
All right. A very good evening, sir. I know today you're looking for this particular charger. Why do you want to choose this charger over the other chargers?
Why are you yelling? I'm just asking you to sell. You don't have to yell.
It's all enthusiasm because the product is that great. So what we're focusing over here is that the first benefit of this charger is that it is wireless. Wherever you are, you'll be able.
What is the brand? What is the brand? Is it wireless? Can you show that again?
Show that again.
Show that again.
Once you detach,
that's wireless.
It becomes wireless.
Yeah, once you detach it, it doesn't work. There's a difference.
No, sir, it does work. This is how Apple's products work in general. The second thing would be looking at
You should work for China's government. When things are there, you will say it's not there. Excellent. Very good. Well done. Okay. We spoke about
Ishita, I'm ready to purchase this one for 21,000. Would you sell?
Definitely, sir.
Yeah. Can you make
What were you asked to? What were you asked to in the beginning?
To sell it for 20,000, right?
To Mr. Agrim Prakash, not to me.
You lost.
So I think at the end of the day, we're
you lost
rather than
which brand is it?
This is Apple.
Apple. Nobody here uses an Apple product. Sorry. Thank you.
Right. So this is why I said this is detachable.
It's
so
useless. No, you cannot sell it. You cannot sell it now. Forget the task.
Is it MagSafe or USB Type C?
It's USB Type C.
Is it what's the amperage?
Again, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What's the wattage? What's the wattage? What's the wattage? 15,500.
2,500.
2,500 watt.
mAh.
mAh. Amazing. Wow. You should really go back to your physics teacher and yeah. Wow. Amazing. Wow.
Oh my God. Is there anything left in your armory? Is there anything left in your armory? Because we're really disappointed.
We spoke about TNCs and MNC. You never gave the full form of TNC.
Answer me first. Answer me first. Tell me what you would do to impress us.
TNC and MNC. I'm asking you a question here. Okay. TNC and MNC. What is TNC?
Answer me first. I asked you the question first. Tell me what you could do.
Sir, I'm not.
Don't call me sir. I told you so many times. I don't take to be
answer
called
me
sir.
first. I asked you a question first. You answer me first. Okay. So what is one thing that you could do? What is one thing you could do to impress us? Because you've disappointed us all the way through.
What is TNC? Very simple. What is TNC?
Can you try selling something else?
Fine. Let's talk about. Let's not
try
talk about
selling something else. Try. You have a bed sheet there.
Why don't I try to sell this phone?
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, Judge. So let's we can look that this is the latest model of Apple iPhone.
It's not. That's an 11 at best. That's not the latest model. That's not the latest model.
Right.
Oh, you're kidding.
So this model is available in 4 different colors, and you can purchase it according to your own need. The storage of this particular device is 256 GB. Now, what's the catch? The catch is that we're providing it for a discount of 20%. So
hold on. What does the catch, the phrase mean? Can you tell me what that means? When somebody says what the catch, what do they intend to say?
That what's the reason behind it? Is
it usually used in a negative context or a positive context?
A negative context.
Really? So you just said what's the catch in a negative context when you try to sell a product?
I said, what's bet? Like, what's the
right. Anything left in your armory? Anything that you want to say, so that we can at least give you a mark?
I'd just like to conclude by why I should
I'll
get the title of.
How are you to decide to conclude? Who are you to decide to conclude yet? Okay, before you go, Ishita, one last thing. Okay, since you failed at selling a product in Kerala, I want you to, since I kept asking you for TMC and MNC, you didn't tell me. Fine, I want you to sell THC in Kerala. I'm sure you know what THC is, right?
As in the component of bomb, right? The ones that you use in
No,
explosions.
THC is what it seems you have been smoking, because you clearly act like it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
She probably doesn't. You can't expect her to either. Come on, she doesn't know a thing about this.
What we're looking at are the
What is THC? What is THC? What is THC? Tell me. Without Googling it, without moving your eyes left, right, with your hands in the air, tell me what THC is.
Hands in the air.
Hands in the air. What is THC?
I think it's the...
What? Go ahead.
Go Google.
It wasn't mentioned legally, so...
I didn't say anything about legality. What am I talking about? Why are you so scared to discuss this? What is THC?
Sir, I'm not aware.
Where would I find THC?
Towards the northern part of India.
Why? No, you come to India, we have excellent THC here. Who told you this nonsense? Okay. Towards the northern part of India. See, this is what you don't even know your TAM. What is the TAM?
Not sure, sir.
Good. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. You said, are you at least a learner? Because we've asked you many questions. You've clarified a few. Can you tell me now what RUN is? Run is? I explained that.
Sorry?
I explained what a run is. That's a question that I asked you. If you're a good learner, you should know it by now. What is run?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Thank you so much for disappointing us. Hopefully we'll see.
One last question. You have been associated with the FMCG industry. Tell me, what are the biggest problem faced by the sugarcane farmers in India?
I think the major issues that are faced by them is first the availability of water, because the crop requires a certain amount of water. The irrigation.
Where do you find the highest production of sugarcane in India?
I think it's towards the side of Gujarat, and that is towards the west side.
You're wrong.
Right.
Next.
Thank you.
The second issue faced by them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Judge.
Before
you go, Ishita, before you go, can we just close things off the same way we started, and just say that statement I said. Ishita and what are the same?
Diapers.
Say it. And why?
And diapers are the same because they both provide comfort.
Good answer. Excellent. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
No hard feelings. Bye.
All the very best.
Thank you, BM23. You can now leave the meeting. Next, we'll go with BM26 if it's okay for you.
Yes, guys. Go ahead. Do you have an ad to play or something in between?
Yes, it will come.
Okay. Let's do that.
Now we're going to invite chess number BM26. Judges, please note BM26.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Khushi Mehta.
Good afternoon. Why do you look so sleepy?
No, I'm not sleepy. That's just how I am, because I have dark circles from a very long time, from 8th grade itself. So that's very, very prevalent on my face.
Forget that. Let's assume for a second that you're Elon Musk. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So tell me why hydrogen cars may replace electric cars in the future.
There could be a lot of reasons, because...
Tell me one or two. Tell me two reasons, just two reasons. Your hands in the air, because I really doubt you might check this on Google. So yes, go ahead.
Nothing at all. I think that EVs are currently overrated, and hydrogen.
You think EVs are overrated?
Currently, because what people think is EVs.
Okay. So we've had CNG powered cars for a really long time. Why do you think people are not preferring CNG over electric? Both are green.
Both are green, but electric gives us a little more, mileage. That's what people talk about. And I think that EV is not
no, do you think EV is completely green, 100% green?
No. That's what I was just coming up to say.
Why not?
The waste that is generated through EV, the electrical waste that.
Oh, this is after the usage of the car. What do electric cars run on? Batteries, right?
Yeah.
Is the mining of lithium a green process?
I don't think so, because
you don't think so, or is it not?
It's not lithium. The whole lithium.
Can you name 2 hydrogen cars that are in the industry?
I'm currently not
Elon Musk, huh? Okay, so people say that Nikola Tesla was your grandfather, great-grandfather. How are you guys related?
I don't think we're related. People just make stuff, and I really don't think I've come up on my own.
When did you establish this company, by the way? Tesla?
Tesla was established in 2016.
2016. And you made it. You made Tesla, huh?
That's when Tesla was established in the book she read. Okay.
Yeah. My goodness. So I highly doubt you were actually sleeping.
So you have studied supply chain management, a learning perspective on Coursera in November 2020. Very recently, that is just over a year ago. Excellent. So what are your thoughts on Ishikawa and Kanban?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What are my thoughts on?
Ishikawa and Kanban.
I still didn't get you. What?
Have you ever had Ishikawa for dinner or Kanban for breakfast?
No, not at all.
What is Ishikawa? What is Kanban?
I suppose there are some dishes, but I'm really not aware of them.
Would you be willing to try? Would you be? Are you vegetarian?
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian.
Would you still be willing to stop Googling? Put your hands up. Both your hands up in the air.
I was just adjusting my camera.
I know, that's okay. But yeah, would you be willing to try Ishikawa?
I am not aware what is Ishikawa. I suppose
Despite
it's a dish.
Vegetarian, would you be willing to try out Ishikawa?
I would not be willing to try anything that I'm not aware of. So why would I do that? Yeah.
Okay, good answer. So what's your favorite subject in college?
Currently, it's digital marketing because that's what I'm studying.
Digital marketing. Okay. What is CPM?
Cost per mile.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
Cost per mile.
Is it mile or milli? Can you spell it?
MILE.
MILE. Cost per mile.
Cost per 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm currently studying about all of this.
Good answer though. Good answer though. What is CTR?
Click-through rate. It's the click-through rate.
Click-through
rate. It's a click-through rate.
Okay. Elon Musk, come back to my clarification. I want to know how you would differentiate hydrogen cars and electric cars, and what do you think is the future?
I think people should go for hydrogen
cars.
Aware?
Can you be honest with me? Are you aware of this? Are you aware of what
I did actually some study about it, but I'm not.
Some study. Okay. What comes out of a tailpipe of a hydrogen car? What comes out of the tailpipe of a hydrogen car? You can use basic logic to answer this. What comes out of a tailpipe of a hydrogen car? You know what he's drinking? Just look at Mr. Agrim Prakash. What he's drinking right now is water. That's what comes out of a tailpipe of a hydrogen car. Now tell me how you would compete with an electric car to something like that.
I think it's a better solution to propose that hydrogen cars are more greener than EVs.
Greener.
Yeah.
Why is it greener? Apart from the fact that, okay, if it's greener, why aren't the companies producing it?
The technology, because people are completely focusing on EVs, and currently in India,
you have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, Ishita. Sorry, not Ishita. It's Khushi, right?
Khushi. Yeah, Khushi. Yeah.
Sorry, Khushi.
She doesn't look very happy though.
Yeah, she doesn't look very happy now. Khushi, what are your thoughts on Emperor Tomato Ketchup and Bold Ape as a digital marketing expert?
I'm still not able to hear you clearly. That's the issue.
Okay, very slowly. What are your thoughts on Emperor Tomato Ketchup and Bold Ape?
Bold Ape.
Mm-hmm. Hands in the air.
What are your thoughts on
hands in the air?
Hands in the air.
We don't trust you. Sorry.
No. I'm actually not doing anything. I'm coming near to the speaker in order to understand.
You seem to be adjusting the camera every now and again. So please stop doing that.
No, I'm adjusting myself to the speaker.
Okay, answer the question.
Who's Bored Ape? What is Bored Ape?
Bored Ape is, I think, an NFT that you're talking about.
What is NFT? What is NFT?
Non-fungible tokens. You're talking about them, right? Like these are some kind of products that actually sell through blockchain technology. And
are you reading it out?
What is blockchain technology? What is blockchain technology?
Technology is a technology in itself where a lot of cryptocurrencies and these non-fungible tokens are actually traded around in sort of codes and all which secure them completely.
Do you really read about?
Your thinking seemed to be very weird, because I was just going through the threats mentioned in your SWOT. You say that practical exposure to digital marketing is a threat.
No, sir. What I meant was that my practical exposure currently to the digital marketing field is lesser than my peers. So I would like to learn a lot practically happening, because what I'm currently focusing is on one source of gaining education, that is my college. But I am currently pursuing some courses in order to.
You believe in the art of confusing people, not convincing, which is seen all through during the last 10 minutes. So what is screen marketing? Can you give me an idea about screen marketing? Or importance of movie marketing, either way.
Screen marketing.
You are an expert.
No, I just wanted to say that I'm no expert. I'm not an expert in digital marketing. I'm currently studying it and I'm interested in it. And there are some concepts that I know. There are some concepts I'm still learning. So I would just say that movie marketing.
So you have no idea about screen marketing.
About screen marketing.
You don't watch movies. You don't understand the way movies are marketed.
I do watch movies.
Do you know the difference between need and want? It's a very basic question.
Yes, I do know that.
Without a definition, can you just give me an example? Need versus want.
I would want a
no
cold
definition,
drink,
please. Only example.
Only example you're talking about.
Yeah. She would want to check this on Google, but
no.
that's a want.
No, not at all. What I'm currently saying is that I would be thirsty. I would actually want a cold drink, but what I need is some kind of a liquid in order to quench my thirst.
So some kind of a liquid.
Liquid in the sense water. Water is the need that I have in order to quench my thirst, but I would want a cold drink. So there is a difference between the desire level that actually differentiates between the need and a want.
Khushi, who is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan? Khushi, who is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan? Khushi, who is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan is my question.
Yes, sir.
Her internet happens to be slow. It's taking time to
She's from Rajasthan. She's from Rajasthan, doesn't know the Chief Minister.
Oh my God,
good.
Are you from Rajasthan?
Yes, sir, I just
Okay, good Lord.
So which is the pink city?
Jaipur. Jaipur is the pink city.
Khushi, you Rajasthanis seem to be, you tend to be very promising. You promise a lot of things, but you don't deliver. The same thing is happening with one more company. And that guy comes from your state. Who am I talking about?
The guy speaks a lot but delivers less. That's what
yes, you promise a lot. You Rajasthanis promise a lot but deliver less.
Yeah, reminds us a lot of you, Khushi, by the way.
No, I just remembered the name and I couldn't get
Talking
it.
about Bhavish Agarwal, Ola. What is the problem going on with Ola? Tell me.
Current problem with Ola.
The largest freshwater source in Rajasthan. Largest freshwater source.
Are you actually from?
You can answer both. You answer both. Don't take too much of time. You have a slow RAM.
We're trying to make it comfortable for you by coming down to your level, asking you very basic.
Okay, Khushi, let's take things in a different direction. Let's go back to your favorite subject of digital marketing. We are launching you into the metaverse. Who founded the metaverse? Khushi, are you there?
Mark Zuckerberg. That's what I'm saying.
Good answer. Now you're in Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse, and you are the digital marketing head of Head & Shoulders.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now you have to you have to virtually sell this product using a brand ambassador. Now you know what Head & Shoulders does, right?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Their positioning is about dandruff on the scalp, and their product is basically.
What is their marketing mix? Can you tell me what their marketing mix is?
Positioning, that's what it spoke about. There's their product.
What is their marketing mix? What is their marketing mix? What is marketing mix, by the way?
Marketing mix is where you define your product price, your place and promotion strategies that you use.
Excellent, excellent. So what is your product?
Product is the shampoos that we sell.
Good. Okay. Now I want you to sell Head and Shoulders, and as a brand ambassador, you have been given none other than illustrious Bollywood actor, author, and filmmaker Rakesh Roshan.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you know who Rakesh Roshan is?
Yes. Hrithik Roshan's father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Father. Do you know what he looks like?
Yes. He's bald. I know that.
Yeah. So please use Rakesh Roshan to sell Head and Shoulders.
Okay. So I would come up with a plan saying that it could be a negative connotation, but it would say that if you do not use Head and Shoulders, this is what is going to happen. So that could be a way.
Okay. All right. So what's your favorite subject or area of interest in MBA?
I'm currently pursuing my BBA. I'm in third year.
Fair enough. In management overall.
In management overall, I currently I'm liking the subject of social media marketing. I've been working on it as in the internship also that I've worked for a month in Goa. So I've tried to create content standardization in all of the platforms that they were present, and it was a tourism-based company.
Can you tell me the digital marketing plan of Nykaa? It's very popular.
Yeah.
What is their plan? As part of their IMC, they're doing quite a lot. So tell me what their plan is.
Yes. They're currently present on a lot of platforms, and they use a lot of ways in order to market their products. It could be various different types of advertising that they're using through social media.
Can you be more specific? Just explain the IMC of Nykaa. What are the different modes that they use? They have.
What is IMC? What is IMC?
Integrated modes of communication.
Integrated marketing communication.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So they currently have been cross-promoting under all of their platforms through their websites, through the influencers.
They released a video in Jan 2020 on the same day as the release of the movie Chapak of Deepika Padukone. Can you tell me what it was about? The video that Nykaa released, it garnered millions of views. Don't tell me you don't know this.
I currently can't recall it.
It was about Lakshmi Agarwal. Can you tell me who Lakshmi Agarwal is?
Yeah, the acid survivor, the one who survived, and I know the movie, but I can't relate it. Currently, can't recall it to the event that happened. So yeah.
Okay, what other ways does Nykaa promote their brand? Do they have products for men?
Yeah, they do have products for men.
What is it called?
Nykaa Men. Nykaa Men is the products that they have. They're currently foraying in wellness services also, and people don't know actually about it. So they started with women. They started with only cosmetics.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. One last question. Okay. Do you have a mask around there somewhere?
I should get it. Just
no, don't leave. Do you have something on your table like a pen, a pencil, a paper?
Yes, I have a book and a pen.
Okay, please take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a notebook? Can you just open up and show me what it is? Okay. Can you try selling that notebook to Dr. Joji Alex? Okay. Sell it to Dr. Joji Alex for $3,600. Give us your marketing pitch, your sales pitch. Sorry.
Okay. $3,600 for a book.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Khushi, and currently I've bought you one book that is made from handmade papers. Now, the reason why this is a handmade paper.
Nobody uses a book these days. Sorry.
Digital. They're all digital.
No, books are actually useful because maybe you would be interested in journaling. Maybe you would be interested in making notes. Maybe you would want to support some business.
I don't think he is.
Digital. I am on a digital platform. I hardly use books.
Now, this book can also help you in order to just write down stuff. That's the reason I'm talking about it, because
he has a smartphone for that.
Yeah, and I have Even my pencil is digital. So what's the point?
The point of it is, sir, the more we write, the more we remember. That's the only point. The reason why we used to write a lot earlier is because to remember stuff, and we can make notes, we can make lists here, we can support small businesses.
Tell me what study says that. Tell me what study says that. Can you back it up with a study? What research says that?
There is evidence.
Kind of evidence that people still use books.
No. We need clear evidence, solid evidence. Does any research specifically say that the more you write, the more you remember? If so, tell me the name of the research.
There are research conducted, but currently, if I say anything to you, it would actually mean that I'm bluffing it, because how could
I can still write digitally. I can still write digitally with my fingers in a digital space. Why should I need books? Why should I need a pencil?
And he could carry it in the pocket. Why would he have such a large notebook? He's not going to take it everywhere.
This could be actually looking as a big book, but you can carry this everywhere. So that's the whole point of it. Like if you actually need something to write.
How would you open a rejection voucher on Tally ERP9? What would be the shortcut key?
Rejection out vouchers you're talking about?
Yeah, rejection out, yeah.
Yeah, you would go to the vouchers first and click a keyboard shortcut of Alt F9, I guess. Yes.
What if I did Alt F6? What would happen? Yeah, okay. If I did Alt F6, what would happen?
We would go to rejection. No, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm currently pretty confused.
Okay. What if I did Control F8? What if I did Control F8?
Control F8.
Yeah. That's the.
Go to the journal, just stock journal, maybe.
That's the most basic one. Control F8. Okay, it's okay. Good. You know. Okay, good answer. Thank you.
Yes,
Kushi, one last question, Kushi. Where do you study, Kushi?
Currently, I'm studying in Belgaum, Karnataka.
Belgaum?
Yeah, Belgaum, Karnataka. Yeah.
Is it Belgaum or Belgavi?
Belagavi. It was known as Belgaum, but then it was renamed recently, said Belagavi. So we still pronounce it. Some people pronounce it as Belgaum, and we write it formally as Belagavi.
Who is taking offense to the word Belgavi? Which community is taking an offense to the word Belgavi?
Community that's taking offense to Belagavi.
Yes.
I am currently.
Okay, check around. Marathi community is having an offense in terming it as Belgavi because there's a Maharajan Commission report. Please read. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kushi.
All the way.
Yes, sir. Just to answer your question, I just got Ashok Gehlot as the Chief Minister.
Good. Yes, you're right.
That's not going to save you though.
Yeah, sure.
Too late.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes,
right. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yes, sir. Have a nice day.
All the very best. Thank you.
Start with chess number BM26. Before we have BM22, we'll have a small ad. And in the meantime, he'll be joining us.
Like a firefly, open the night, alive and bright, chasing old shadows. Days grow longer and nights grow shorter as I lie free. Passing streetlights and starry moonlights, and I fly free. The days grow longer and nights grow shorter as I fly free. Passing streetlights and starry moonlights, and I fly free. Hey! Hey!
BM22 has joined us. BM22, can you please switch on your camera and thank you. So we can start the interview.
Hello to the respected panelists.
No. BM22.
Am I not audible?
BM22.
Yes, sir.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Thank you.
Comment ça va?
Not really sure what that means.
Parlez-vous le français?
I wish.
Do you also wish there was more light in the room? Because we wish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I wish the same.
What went wrong?
I'm actually in a quarantine right now because I tested COVID positive.
Oh, so you're saving electricity in the quarantine, huh?
Right.
Not really, sir. It's actually very cloudy outside. And
okay, but we just asked you why there's no light. What is the relationship between light and you quarantining? Are you here for a sympathy vote?
No, sir. Not really.
Okay. So I'm going to say a saying here at the risk of offending one of my oldest friends. They say, if you see a snake in a lawyer, kill the lawyer first.
True, sir.
True.
Yes.
And yet here you are practicing the law, or attempting to practice the law at least.
Yes, sir.
So
just because I agree with some... Yeah, just because I agree with what you said doesn't mean that I have to change my thoughts.
You're very subdued in your responses. Okay. Are you good with proverbs? You like proverbs?
I am aware of quite a few proverbs, but not very.
Fair enough. Okay, so here's a task. Okay, we'll ask you questions. We want you to answer it in proverbs. So, for example, if I say Donald Trump and Mike Tyson are friends, I could say, well, both birds of a feather flock together. That could be my response. So we ask you questions. Every single answer should be in proverbs. You get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But
what's fun about Kerala?
The coconuts don't always keep knocking.
That's not a proverb. The coconut is not a proverb. What's fun about the event? What's fun about Rajagiri?
No, it's the great event I've been to.
That's also not a proverb. Okay, here's another chance to redeem yourself. Imagine you had an opportunity to rebrand Rajagiri Business School. Okay, what would the new name be and what would the tagline be? And by the way, if you're rebranding, that also means that there is something wrong with the current positioning. You have to explain that to Dr. Joji Alex as well. Go ahead.
Okay, I would rebrand it as Newbies Fest.
Newbies Fest. I'm talking about I'm talking about the business school.
Please clarify the importance of positioning first. What is positioning? What does it mean to the customer?
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat?
What does positioning mean to the customer or potential customer or potential client?
What do you mean by positioning, sir?
You're asking him. He's asking you.
Asking him. My God, sorry. Flatumar, we're in the wrong place. Sorry, yes. I didn't know. Shit. Okay, my bad.
Okay, answer the question though. How is it important to the customer? How is positioning important to the customer?
The thing is, I don't know what do you mean by positioning, sir.
Yeah, thank you for being
honest. Why I don't want to give you a half-baked answer.
Okay, my friend. It's Lehar Bapiraju Vinakota, right? Is that how you pronounce your name? So what do your friends call you?
Lehar.
Where are you from exactly, Lehar? Where are you from?
My native is from the West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh, but I currently reside in Hyderabad.
You're close to Karnataka though, right?
Yes, my university is in Karnataka.
Oh, okay. Right. So what is your take on the Meghdatu Reservoir project?
Sorry, sir?
What is your take on the Meghdatu Reservoir project?
Not really aware of the situation, sir.
Okay, not surprised. You weren't able to answer anything at all so far. So
Lehar, one question from your area. How do you disqualify a director for the non-filing of annual financial returns for a period of 3 years? What is the provision?
The annual financial provision. I guess the Nirmala Sitharaman has actually given a lot of extension for this. Even after that, if the director is not really able to file the provisions, then yes, he needs to be fired.
What is the provision? What is the provision?
I don't know the provisions.
For disqualification. You don't know. Okay,
No,
let's
sir.
say if you're disqualified, what is the remedy that is available to you?
If I'm disqualified as a director for not filing the taxes.
Yeah.
I guess I can appeal to the board again. And
you can appeal to the board. What provision?
Not aware of the sections and the.
There is no provision. You can only go directly to the High Court. There's no provision.
Okay, Leha, can you take off one thing that you don't need of your body, or of maybe the headset, maybe the shirt that you don't need, a product or something that you don't need quickly? Can you take it off? Okay, now can you sell it to one of the judges?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, make it quick.
This will be for you, sir, Nirmala Biram, because you're the only one.
I don't need a scarf of someone who's COVID positive. Okay, so keep that with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's it.
That's the most spoken language, Leher.
Sorry, sir.
Which is the most spoken language in the world?
Mandarin, sir.
Mandarin. Which region does it belong
to? China, sir.
What does Leher mean?
I'm guessing it means waves.
Wave.
Okay, French or Spanish? Which is the most spoken language among the two? In how many countries is French spoken?
I'm not aware of how many countries French is spoken in. It is definitely spoken in France. And yes, French is most spoken language.
Yes,
French is more spoken in Spanish.
Okay, Leher. As it is, the United Nations receives a lot of criticism for being inefficient, for lack of a better word, right? And for not really contributing towards global diplomatic or political change. Okay, then why choose to go and pretend to be part of the UN and play pretend, like how you play house? Why play UN? What the hell is a model United Nations conference, and why would you choose to go for it?
First and the foremost thing, sir, I completely disagree with the fact that UN doesn't really have any powers. I don't believe in that. Without
name 5 of the sustainable development goals that have been that have been even close to being achieved in the past 5 years.
The world is going towards the electronic vehicles right now. I'm guessing that is one of the biggest change which the world.
Okay, so which SDG does it correlate to?
I don't exactly know. Remember the
what 17 SDGs? What are SDGs?
Sustainable Development Goals.
What? Oh my God! But what are they?
Oh, they are the goals which are required for, like, they're the goals set for 2030, which the world needs to achieve for its betterment.
Which SDG do you stand by?
I stand by climate change. So.
Okay,
Leha, climate change.
Leha, there are shortcomings to everything. Okay, even the apps that we're using. Okay, even the app.
There is no sustainable development goal called climate change. What the hell is climate change? So you want climate change to happen?
No, sir.
Do you believe in a two-state solution?
Two-state solution? Not really, sir.
What is a two-state solution?
Where you divide the power.
In which?
And you break it down into two different components and.
You divide the power?
Where would you find a two-state solution? Where would you find a two-state? Hands in the air. Can I see your hands? Can I see your hands? Yeah. Okay. So where would you find a two-state solution happening?
Right now.
I asked you to not take me out to dinner and stare at me intensely. I just said hands in the air. What is this? Hands in the air. What is the two-state solution? Where would you find two-state solution happening with the United Nations? Where would the United Nations advocate for a two-state solution?
The United Nations would advocate for a two-state solution mostly in the conflict-prone regions like Afghanistan, Syria.
Okay, you want Afghanistan and Syria. You want a two-state solution. Okay, give me a two-state solution for Afghanistan or Syria.
Okay, I'll give you a two-state solution for Syria. The entire problem right now is that the Assad regime is not really following the standards. So breaking it down and establishing a proper control of the West over there with regards to a proper democracy will be the perfect solution. That would be, and also accommodating the needs of the Syrian government and the public.
Okay, I'll just relieve.
What is P5 in the context of the UN? What is P5?
P5 are the permanent 5 nations of the Security Council.
Okay,
imagine. Where is the International Court of Justice located?
Sorry, sir?
Where is International Court of Justice
International
located?
Court of Justice is located in Hague, Netherlands.
What is the name of the palace?
Of the palace? I'm not aware of the Palo's name, sir.
Okay, Leha, I have a question. Okay, so we have Cisco, WebEx, we have Google Meet, we have Zoom, and everything has its shortcomings. Can you tell me one way to improve Zoom, the video conferencing app? If you were let's say you were in charge of that, what would you do?
The major problem right now with Zoom, which I as a student face, is that it runs out after every 30 minutes.
That's not a problem.
That's because you
there is a solution to that problem. There is a solution to that problem.
Yeah, we have
You're not willing to pay
it.
money. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. What is another? I'm asking about a practical problem that they're facing right now. In fact, they found a solution for that in 2020 June with a company collaborating with a company called Kites. You know what that solution was?
No, sir.
Okay, not surprised.
What are your thoughts on the Global Compact for Migration?
Global Compact for Migration. I feel migration, the Global Compact against migration is quite reasonable for a lot of countries.
Good. That's enough. Right. Okay, very good. All right. So let me ask you. You said you developed diplomatic skills. Sorry.
Have you heard about United Europe of States?
Like United Europe of States. I'm guessing you mean the European Union. No?
Yeah, tell us something more about that.
The European Union consists of several EU nations. I guess the number is 24 right now. 24 right now because the EU, because the UK came out of it.
No, it's not 24.
What is the idea about Brexit? Why did UK come out of it?
It was mostly because UK was giving a lot more than what it was getting in return from the European Union. Like,
but I think Boris should not have been, he should not have been crucified as he is being right now for what he did on Christmas.
Yeah, why is he being crucified, by the way? Why is he under fire?
Who's Boris?
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister of United Kingdom.
So what did he do on Christmas Day?
I'm not really sure, sir.
What did you do on Christmas Day?
I spent most of my time sleeping, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a Christian.
What's the concept of leadership? Because in your resume, you have said that you have been a leader all throughout. What's your concept of leadership?
The concept of leadership is pretty simple, sir. To keep the team motivated and ask them to stay calm and do what they are best at.
So what are the 3 essential qualities needed of a leader?
The leader needs to be very...
He should be good in directing.
Yes, sir. The question was for me, sir, right?
Question is to the participant.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So let me answer. Yes, sir. A leader needs to be very wise. He needs to be calm. And yes, as you said, he needs to be good at directing to see the bigger vision.
How different is leadership from a manager? Or how is a leader different from a manager?
A leader can take the role of his own, but a best manager always needs to manage the work properly.
What was the last book you read? LBB, what is the last book you read?
The last book I read was Thinking Fast and Slow.
By Daniel Kahneman?
Yes, sir.
And what is your one takeaway from this book?
It's a very interesting book, sir. The entire concept of how a mind goes from variety of changes based on the situations around you is very reasonably put forward in that.
I'm assuming that you think fast as well. Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario. Okay, so let's say you have to start a business and your market is Somalia. Okay, what business would you start there?
Somalia.
Yeah, and what business would you start then, and why do you think it would be successful?
In Somalia, I would start the business of hiring people who are good at picking things.
Good at picking things? Like picking what?
Yes. Anything from the cleanliness. I'll start the cleanliness. Yes, pickpocketers.
Pickpocketers?
There are a lot of pickpocketers in Somalia because of the huge amount of poverty.
You think it's a legal business?
To do what, sir?
Okay, what percent of the industry, what percent of the GDP does the industries provide to Somalia?
Industries provide to Somalia?
Yeah.
I'm going to make an estimated guess. Around 10%.
Okay, what is the language spoken in Somalia?
Swahili, I guess.
No, Somali.
Okay, Somali.
Okay, so let's say you're working remotely. I asked you this question about Zoom. Okay, the betterment of Zoom. So let's say you're working remotely and you're connecting with people in Somalia who speak either Somali or Arabic. Okay, what is that one thing that you can invent or incorporate into Zoom so that your problem of language is solved?
Yes, sir. I would incorporate the caption system, like as in when you are speaking,
You're speaking. Let's say you're speaking English. I speak Somali. I don't understand English. So what is that solution in Zoom? What can you incorporate in Zoom as a solution to that?
So there are several softwares right now which translate the language.
Yeah.
Which translate the language, and that's exactly what that feature is what I'm going to incorporate. As in when you are speaking in Somali, that will be translated to English for me if I set the settings in that way. And the same goes the other way around.
All right, decent answer. Okay.
What is this? What is this 2.1? A replacement rate of 2.1. What do you understand out of?
Replacement rate 2.1.
Yes.
No, I don't understand anything from that, sir.
Okay. In your resume, you said I'm really not a terrorist. What do you mean?
Yes, sir. I don't create terror.
What is your definition of a terrorist?
A person who creates terror.
Yeah, like
there is no particular definition of terrorist in the United Nations book. Actually, the world recognizes them as non-state acters. That's all.
Like
there is a different definition for different.
Why do you prefer sitting in the dark though?
Don't know. So maybe
it's not good for
keeps my inner light alive.
Did you read today's newspaper?
Please.
No, sir. I don't read newspaper on daily basis. I follow most of
social media. When was the last time you read a newspaper?
No, sir. I'm not proud of it. I follow electronic means more.
Yeah, whatever. So you follow the news. So do you know what happened in a synagogue recently in the United States?
Sir.
Okay, what is the latest synagogue? What is a synagogue?
I don't know, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you want to know the secrets of the raw research and analysis wing?
Yes, sir.
Where did Lal Bahadur Shastri die?
Lal Bahadur Shastri. I guess he
Who
died
is Lal Bahadur Shastri? Wait. Who is Lal Bahadur Shastri?
He was one of the prime ministers of India.
Which? Second or the third?
Third, sir. I'm guessing.
Third?
I'm guessing, yes.
You're wrong. Guessing. Where did he die? How did he die? What do you want to know about his death?
I guess, exactly, sir. I don't know anything about his death. That's exactly why I want to go through the records.
Who is the shortest in the history of the Indian Republic?
Was it Lal Bahadur Shastri, sir?
Why don't you Google that and find out for yourself? I'm not the one here to answer questions.
You're a bit,
so let me ask you.
You're a bits and pieces guy. You're a bits and pieces
guy. You seem to know a lot about the world.
Yeah.
Let's see how much you know about. Let's see how much you know about our own country, right? Who is the Prime Minister of India?
Narendra Modi, sir.
Who coined the catchphrase "Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan"?
Lala Lajpat Rai.
Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.
Amazing.
Garibi hatao.
He knows.
Garibi hatao.
Beti bachao, beti padhao.
Don't know.
Yeah, he knows only about Boris Johnson and Linklater and Nicolas Sarkozy. He doesn't know about what's happening in his own backyard. Okay, who's the Vice President of India?
The Vice President of India is Venkaiah Naidu, sir.
Oh, good. But that you know because why? Why do you know?
He's coming from this state.
Yeah, it's
because he's a very honorable person, sir.
He's a very honorable person. Okay, who's the Home Minister of India?
Home Minister of India is Amit Shah.
Amit Shah. And who's the Telecommunications Minister of India?
Is it Narendra Singh Tomar?
Okay. Who is India's permanent representative to the United Nations?
I'm not aware of the answer, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, one last thing. Okay, it's a small game where you will have to switch your opinions. Okay, so you either speak for the topic or against the topic. And when I say on, you speak for the topic, off, you speak against the topic. I want you to judge the judges. Okay, speak about us. So your first topic is, or the first person you have to speak about is Mr. Agrim Prakash. When I say on, you have to say the positives, off, the negatives, off. Go ahead.
Off. The negatives is that it is a professional meeting is what I was expecting. He was sitting in a t-shirt.
He's sitting in okay, all right.
He's sitting in a t-shirt, which I don't really appreciate because it was a formal meeting. At least the t-shirt should have had a collar to it. That would have been acceptable.
Okay, Dr. Joji Alex. Remember that Alex, okay, we're giving you marks as well. So please be careful with your words. Okay. Be careful with your words.
With all due respect, sir, I'm just clearly quoting whatever.
Off.
Yes, sir. Off.
Be honest, but
the
be
biggest
wary.
off is that Joji Alex looks younger than me, so that's one of the biggest off for me.
Man.
He's looking like a more college student than I do.
You think that's gonna gain you brownie points? Okay,
No, sir.
Advocate Gajendra Singh Rajpurohit.
Advocate Gajendra Singh. He seems like a very knowledgeable person because he asked me a lot of questions. I am not really sure about the questions which he's asking, which are very native to me. They're not international. I guess he needs to work on his international questions.
Okay, I'm not giving you as your praise, so because I'm not impressed, man. I feel like you're a bits and pieces guy. You know a little bit of something, but not really, comprehensive. At your level, that should be the case. Okay, any last questions? I'm done. I'm really disappointed with you. Sorry.
Who's your idol in business?
My idol in business was Steve Jobs.
And have you ever seen him wear a suit, you jackass?
No, sir.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the very best.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
That was chess number BM22. Now we have a small message from our sponsors. We listen to that while the next chess number joins us.
Greetings from Team Infloré. Luna, reach for the moon. This is Infloré 17th edition, powered by Affiniks Study Abroad. Our social media partner is Tonico Cafe. Our event sponsors are Park Group of Hotels, MOD Signature Jewelry, Nellithanathu Kalayil.
Infloré 17th edition is also sponsored by Wellgate Group, Synthite Industries Limited, PPJ AC Hypermarket, Colorical Heritage Bungalow, Colorical Fresh Spices, Technical Hardware Solutions, Southern Panorama Indria, Paris Boutique, Mountain Club, Malabar Flavor, Logic Management Training Institutes Private Limited, Kailash Agencies, Dynamic Architectural Hardware, Biogo Online Service, AVT, ABC Group, Car Glow, Darbar Restaurant, Thomason Multiwood, Pothys, Carpet Barn, Anaita Houseboats, Harrison's Malayalam Limited, and KP Patros Vaidyans Kadamkulati Vaidyasala.
Our stalls include Donut Factory, Tavatia, Sonia Bakers, and Radio Musica.
Now we'll move on to the next participant. We have chess number BM44 up next. We can start the interview. And also, judges, please note, BM70 has sent in his resume, so you can take a look at it if you want to.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Good afternoon, judges.
Yeah, good afternoon. You're late.
So I was added late to the meeting. I was here actually at 11:30.
So you blame it on the coordinators.
I'm not blaming on the coordinators. I'm just telling you that I've been waiting over here for since 11:30.
Okay. So do you think solar is the future?
So can you repeat what you said?
Do you think solar is the future of energy?
So no. So I feel electricity is the future of
electricity is the future of electricity.
No, clearly he thinks lunar is the future.
Sorry.
On the perspective, I'll rephrase. Wind and solar. Is wind and solar the future of electricity? Let's make it very specific.
Okay. Yes, I do feel it is the future.
Can you name one nation that has run completely on wind and solar? And
so I'm not aware of a nation, but I know. I think in
what percent of India runs on solar and wind?
So I know a certain part of India. I think Andhra runs on.
Specific? Can you be more specific? I want objective answers, not your thoughts or opinions on it.
So I can't give you a specific answer. I know that in Andhra they run on
completely green.
Which was the world's first completely solar powered airport, by the way?
So I'm not aware, sir.
Jesus.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay. Is solar completely green? You're not.
So sure. I don't think it is.
Okay. Which is greener? Wind energy or solar?
I think it is solar, sir, because for wind.
Wrong. Sorry, buddy. You don't seem to know a great deal about something that everybody, even kids, know about these days.
What is CIAL?
So I didn't hear you. Can you repeat what you said?
CIAL. CIAL. In and around Cochin, what is CIAL?
So I think it's something to do with ports only, sir.
I'm sorry?
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. It's the world's first completely solar powered airport.
Okay.
So where is it?
Connected to it.
I'm not aware of this topic at all, sir.
Is there something that you're aware of? Any field that you at least know something about, so that we can ask questions?
You're actually contradicting yourself in your from the details you've given in your resume. You said you are a very socially responsible person.
Yeah.
You've taken up a lot of projects.
So socially responsible. Okay, that's referring to the competitions I won. I did that based on replacement of plastic products in the country.
So you had a competition.
Going green is also equally socially responsible.
So I didn't hear you. Both of you are
going green. Going
yes,
green is also equally socially responsible.
Exactly.
But sir, I preferred focusing on a certain part which I'm confident, which I know I can make a change on, and I focus more on the plastic replacement part of going green.
So you're telling me you went to a competition where you competed with other people to prove that you are more socially responsible than everyone else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the difference between green marketing and greenwashing? With an example. Socially responsible, right?
So I don't know the concepts of. I don't know the concepts.
You don't know the concept of green marketing. You're a socially responsible guy. Apparently, you won a lot of competitions for being socially responsible, and you don't know.
Again, it's more of introducing products.
Plastic. Okay, let's come to plastic. Okay, what did Germany do to get rid of plastic completely from the country? They introduced a system.
No, I'm still hung up over the whole him going to competitions and then making sure that he's the most responsible. So what happens if someone's more responsible than you? You go to a cage and have a fight to death or something. How does it work?
So it's more of a competition as to which product is better, as to what concept.
Okay, tell me about Germany.
So it's like blogging. So it's like blogging, you mean?
So what's up?
Because you said you cannot take up loss. You seem to be lost. You seem to be badly lost. Because in your resume, you say that you cannot take up losses.
So loss
How
as
do you
in.
feel now? How do you feel?
I don't feel lost right now. I just feel I'm a little lacking in knowledge coming to these terms which you guys are asking.
Why are you wearing a suit? What? Where do you live, by the way?
I'm from Bangalore, sir.
So you're in Bangalore currently?
Yeah, I live in Bangalore.
Where are you right now?
Bangalore?
Kamnali.
So you're in Kamnali in your room right now?
Yes, sir.
Why are you in a suit in your bedroom?
So I like to dress up for the job. So I thought best manager have to dress up for it.
So only people who are good managers only wear suits or what? I've already been offended by one guy saying that I didn't wear a suit to this thing. Now I have to ask.
Not really, sir.
Can you be a best manager only by wearing a suit?
So I feel that I look good as a best manager in a suit. There are many CEOs which go against this stuff.
Extremely sharp. I really like the outfit. But can you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
Can you turn your camera around?
Around as in.
Take us. Give us a tour of your room.
All right, sir.
Turn it around properly. Let me see. Okay, down. Lower. Oh, wonderful. Down, little lower. Okay, wonderful. To the left. To the left. Move around to us. 360 degree. Wow, amazing. Speaks volumes.
Yeah. Socially responsible room, isn't it?
Oh, very. What is that? Socially responsible of you to keep that room like that?
I guess he conserves all the plastic in his room so that
you never throw away anything. I can see that there's been trash there.
That's trash.
So that's more of like clothes and all which I keep, which we distribute to people.
This is who you are as a person. This is a representation of your personality. You dress up with a facade, with a false facade, and then this is what you show us.
So, well, if you take it, everyone has small beginnings. Like they may not start in big, clean place.
Man, everyone had small beginnings. Like, for example, I think Amazon started in a garage, but I'm sure they kept it clean.
So, well, over here, like, this is how I keep my room. I basically keep working away every day.
Why do you keep your room like that?
So, basically, I record music. So, I think I clean the room every once in a week because I know that it gets messy. When I get into
which day of the week? How is you recording music related to keeping your room clean?
Well, the person I am, so like I know that I will be moving around here. When I get into a zone of recording, I know that I will be.
I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off. You leave this meeting right now. I will give you 20 minutes. I'm going to the next contestant. Okay. Come back with a clean room and then we'll talk. Bye. Leave. Out.
All right, sir.
Out you go. Bye.
That was chess number BM44. So now if the judges are okay with it, we can call chess number BM70 because he has
Ready when you are.
Okay. We'll add BM70 right now. Chess number BM70 has joined us. We can start off with the second round of this interview.
Prince.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. I'm really
Why Prince and not King? Why Prince and not King?
Sorry, sir.
Why Prince and not King?
My parents named me Prince. I think that's the name which is my identity. I think I'll be in the process of becoming king anytime soon.
Can you tell me what you did in the meantime? Like you had an hour-long break. What did you do in the meantime?
Sir, I went back and I understood what went wrong. I went back and learned what.
So you're ready. You're ready.
Yes, sir. I have put up what I have understood.
Okay, tell me what your area of interest is.
Sir, my area of interest is basically music, and
please! I asked you a question already in music. You don't know a thing about music.
Okay.
Sir, let's come to business. Okay.
Yes.
Which is your favorite company?
Which is my favorite company right now, sir? My favorite company would be Reliance Industries.
Reliance Industries. Why?
Bold choice. Okay.
I think one of the main reasons.
So what was their pricing policy when they introduced Jio?
So they were penetrative pricing policy where they started getting into market with less pricing strategy. They were giving it for free, in fact. So, and once they started.
What do you think about the future of retail?
Reliance Retail, sir?
No, retail in general.
Or retail in general, sir. I think in future retail industry might face little issues with rising upcoming of e-commerce giants. They might face little issues, but
right. You know, Uber Eats was a result. Uber Eats was a result of Uber monitoring us in terms of where we are traveling, what we're eating. Okay, Zomato is now doing a reversal of that. They're connecting to restaurants in a different way from the back end. What is it called? And yeah.
Is it Cloud Kitchen?
No, it's not Cloud Kitchen. Everybody has a Cloud Kitchen these days. Zomato Hyper Pure, that's what it's called. Tell me what it is about. You don't have to write it down. Just tell me what it is about.
Sir, I'm not sure. I haven't come across this thing.
Okay. Works on the back end. I give you a clue.
They work from the back end.
Yeah. No idea. Not a good thinker. Huh? You said you were all equipped and ready to go. Okay, never mind. Disappointed again. Sorry, buddy.
What is it? Okay. Again, I have to ask everyone who comes dressed up. I have to ask everyone who comes dressed up to these meetings like this. Why do you wear a tie?
Sir, I think that's something my identity is about. I think wearing a formal shirt, it's not necessary. Manager should.
You have your phone on you?
That is my identity.
You have your phone on you?
Sir?
You have your phone on you?
My phone on me?
Yeah, do you have your phone with you? Yeah, open Instagram. Open your Instagram profile.
Yes, sir.
Show it to me. Show it to the world. Oh, okay. So you are wearing a suit. Just wanted to see if you were wearing a suit in one of your pictures. That's it. Good. Okay. Why a tie? Why a tie in India? Do you know the significance of a tie? Do you know what it signifies?
Sir, I think what I have understood is your dressing is not something what matters your personality, but tie makes it look much more formal. That's what common understanding or thinking is about.
Yeah, the new generation of CEOs, the new generation of thought leaders do not believe in this concept. Why have you chosen? What does the tie represent for you?
So my tie represents me, my personality. I think my dressing is everyone has their personal. Everyone has their own dressing sense. I think tie is my personal dressing sense.
Okay, Prince, can you differentiate between three things: reality, virtual reality, and augmented reality? What is the difference?
So reality is right now what I'm seeing right here, right now.
Reality is that you might actually be wearing boxers right now. That's one. What is virtual reality? Okay, what is virtual reality?
That is possibility, but yeah, that is one reality. In virtual reality is where.
What is the difference between VR and AR?
VR and AR, sir. Virtual reality is where I have that particular aspect where I can feel what we're
it's
doing.
Very simple. You can just say it in a sentence. What is the difference between AR and VR?
It's virtual reality and augmented reality.
Yeah, what is the difference? How does Gucci, for example, use AR to augment their sales?
Augmented reality, yeah.
How do they use to augment their sales? They use AR to augment their sales.
They actually, what they do is they give the products in such a way that we can actually try it in our face. But virtual reality is where we feel and
close. Very good. Okay, how does Gucci use it to their benefit?
I think Gucci, with their apparel or bagging, they try to, just like the lens card, you actually try and see if this particular lens suits you, if this particular does not suit you.
What is your take? What is your take on the controversy surrounding Fiji water? What is the controversy surrounding Fiji water?
Fiji
water. I bet you haven't heard of that. Have you?
I haven't heard of it.
Don't waste time writing it down. You will have time for that.
Share,
Answer me first.
Share some of your experiences with the power of social media.
With the power of social media, sir, I'm a person who is
your experiences. Experience.
I'm not a social media person, but what I have understood is there are few there are few campaigns which I have seen where they raise funds for even the cat. I recently found out this fundraising for a cat.
I didn't want to go there. I
call this as viral marketing.
You brought it up.
Sorry, sir.
Why do we call this as viral marketing?
Viral marketing, what happens is social media. We endorse someone who is very, he is renowned, and social media somewhere you start sharing. Now the real trends with those hashtags and those algorithm, whatever. Instagram.
Okay, nice. Very good. I didn't want to go here, but I have to ask you this, man. You don't believe in the power of social media and all that, but what are your thoughts on sedition in social media?
Sir, I do believe in power of social media. It's just that I'm not much into it.
Oh, you're not much into it. So that's what I want to ask. What are your thoughts about sedition on social media?
Sir, I think...
what is sedition?
Sedition is basically, getting much more involved into it and getting exploited kind of thing.
That is
sedition is what?
That is addiction, bro.
Call out culture.
That is addiction.
Cancel
I'm
culture.
talking about sedition. SEDITION. You really need to go for an English class. After this, go start reading the Oxford Dictionary cover to cover. Okay, don't write that down for God's sake. Stop writing.
Stop. Agrim, one more time you ask him sedition, he'll write seducing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, this is a tweet I read. Okay. Prime Minister Narendra Modi uses the Independence Day speech to launch the National Digital Health Mission, announcing a new cybersecurity policy. Meanwhile, Narendra Modi's Twitter account hacked with announcement that India would adopt Bitcoin. Who tweeted this?
Sir, that I tweeted it, sir.
Huh?
Yeah, I tweeted that.
It's been over 3 months since the Pandora Papers revealed a vast network of wealthy and powerful strong billions of dollars in offshore tax havens. But instead of tackling the apparent fraud, politicians are attempting to make crypto the bad guy.
Correct, sir.
Why do you have it out for our government? Why do you have it out for our honorable Prime Minister and our government?
I think, sir, being critic to what is not happening rightly is something which is good, and as a responsible citizen we have all the rights to do that. And I think that is something what is happening throughout our nation's tenure, where the attention is it's changed to
Prince, I have one more for you. Maturity is not when we start speaking big things, it is when we start understanding small things. The only small thing I see here is your brain. Okay, thank you.
You had all the time in the world to come back.
Differentiate between activism and bullying.
Sir,
can you differentiate between activism and bullying?
So bullying is getting more.
I would prefer you speak in the context of social media.
Social media. If you remember that Zomato guy thing, where that girl and guy who got hit and they had some controversy. That guy was literally bullied by this girl at very peak point. Though it turned out around for that girl, but it was very bad. It is kind of bullying in terms of social media. And activism is something which I did there. I wanted to give my opinion, which was not bullying anyone. It was giving the fact, and it was which was appropriate, and which comes from the fact which is
okay. Aji.
When it comes to restaurants, do you believe in dining or delivery?
Sir, I think dining is something which is.
Tell me what happened to Uber Eats? What went wrong with Uber Eats?
Uber Eats, I think they gave so much of offers that they could not.
What happened? What went wrong with Uber Eats? Where is Uber Eats right now?
Now Uber Eats, they merged with Zomato.
Merged with Zomato or Zomato bought them?
Zomato bought them. Zomato bought them. And
right. To your question, Agrim, yes.
Prince Aji, as an aspiring economist, what are your thoughts on the law of marginal utility?
So, law of marginal utility.
What is law of marginal utility? Aspiring, your social media handle starts with the words aspiring. Oh my God, you don't write it down, bro. This is being recorded. You come back and watch it. Okay, it's easier. Let me make things easy. Okay, as an aspiring economist.
Sir,
marginal utility drives price.
I'm in the process of learning, and I'll definitely learn this.
Okay, what is one subject you would claim to be an expert in this world?
Sir, I'm not expert in any of the subject. I'm learning every subject which is coming through. I'm learning and trying.
So basically you know nothing.
Sir, in that case, in that sense, I know bits and pieces of everything. But
you know, you're like one of those useless uncles who sit in front of the car park, sit out in their house and read the newspaper and say, "Darling, aajkal government kuch nahi kar raha hai." Every third tweet you have is criticizing our power prime minister and our power government. Okay.
Whenever I make a comment, I make sure that I understand the fact behind it and then post it.
You have at this point of time multiple times spoken about how the government is going after cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So then I have to ask you, what are your thoughts on Bored Ape and Lord Tomato Ketchup?
Sorry, sir?
What are your thoughts on Lord Tomato Ketchup and Bored Ape?
So those two types of cryptocurrency which is in the market right now.
Bored Ape. What is Bored Ape?
So I'm not sure, sir.
Don't write it down, please. You can just later.
Aji, you mentioned the winner of budget preview session. Wait, what? Competition sounds fancy, and then you say Lok Sabha. What do you mean?
So, sir, that was the wrong resume which I sent. The first resume where I did understood the concept of
one of the judges was right in pointing out that you're a seditious person. Now you're undermining the dignity of Lok Sabha as well.
No, sir. That was my misunderstanding of resume of failure. I have changed it, sir.
So when you're not trying
to the dignity of Lok Sabha, that's the problem.
So when you're not trying to bring down the political institutions that make the fabric of our nation, okay, what else do you do in your free time?
What else I do in my free time?
Yeah.
Sir, I try to learn. I mean, learn every day something new.
Okay, what did you learn? What did you learn today?
Learn so far nothing.
I learned what exactly is resume of failure. I understood what exactly that means.
In the last 15 minutes, can you tell us what you learned?
Sir, sorry?
The last 15 minutes, can you tell us what you learned the last 15 minutes?
Stop
looking at that.
Yeah, I think last 15 minutes, there were many information which I had no idea of. That Zomato hyper thing and Fiji water.
Hyper thing? What is Zomato hyper thing?
Zomato's the backend.
Zomato's backend. What do you mean?
You need a straight rap on your backend. That's what you need. So why? Okay, who are you, man? Why are you going and congratulating Parag Agarwal CE for becoming?
I think he's very politically aware. I have a question for you, okay? Because we are from Kerala, we're very curious to know your thoughts. You're a very politically aware guy. Your thoughts on K-Rail.
Sorry?
Your thoughts on K-Rail. What is K-Rail?
K-Rail.
Yeah.
He does not have any clue what K-Rail is.
Forget K-Rail. What are your thoughts on K-pop?
Sir, I'm not fan of that.
Not fan of
K-pop. I'm not aware of what K-pop.
What is K-pop? What industry is it associated to? At least say that.
K-pop, sir?
Yeah.
I think it's into music industry. Those guys from Korea.
Those guys in the back end.
Those guys from Korea. Okay. How has now you've gone ahead and posted, man? If you guys have, those of you who are watching, please take the time to go and check out the 40 tweets that Prince Aji has put up on his Twitter. They're all brilliant. Each of them a work of art on their own, and they should be made into NFTs, right? So what are NFTs?
So non-fungible tokens.
So what is Bored Ape?
Is it non-fungible tokens?
Good, good. Now let me ask you, why are you so proud that Parag Agarwal became CEO of Twitter?
I think as an Indian, it's very good to feel that proud moment. I think no matter where we stand, it's definitely,
Parag Agarwal is American though, so what's the point of being proud of him?
Coming from an Indian origin, it itself is a proud moment for an Indian like me. So I,
as a proud Indian, I feel really bad about the brain drain that's happening in my country. What are your thoughts on brain drain?
Brain drain, sir?
Yeah, that you know. What is brain drain?
What is reverse brain drain? Is that happening, or is brain drain happening?
What is brain drain, bro?
Hyper thing.
Okay, I have to ask you this question. What is brain? Do you have one?
Yes, I think this is something where
I think, okay. I think, therefore I am. Can you tell me who said that? I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum.
I think, therefore I am. The second phrase was translation of this?
Yeah, cogito ergo sum. It's Latin.
Latin. It should be.
Prince, are you into contact sports? Do you like boxing, MMA?
No, sir. I don't.
You don't. No sports at all. Name one sport that you like or watch.
I mean, just for refreshment, I play football or cricket at once, but I'm not into sports like that.
Oh,
I do play football. Yeah.
Prince,
I have a lighter question.
Finance.
Sir?
I have a very light question for you. What is the similarity between a policeman and a politician?
Similarities between policeman and politician. Sir, I mean, I think this is going live, but I think corruption rate between both of them is very high in our country. They are corrupted.
Again,
why don't you post a tweet about that?
Yeah.
Why don't you, man?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, they're coming for you. They're coming for you.
One more thing they have in common is they I think that's the thing I have right now.
You will be the Prince of Tihar pretty soon, man.
So Prince, I would like to visit some of the ASEAN countries. Okay, which one do you think I should go to first?
ASEAN.
I would like to visit some of the ASEAN countries.
Okay, sir.
So which one do you think I should go to first? Which ASEAN country do you think I should go to first? You know what an ASEAN country is?
No, sir.
You're definitely the first 3 words of that acronym.
I'll look up to that.
He's writing that down too. My goodness.
Prince, you're into finance. What is Consolidated Fund of India?
Sir?
What is Consolidated Fund of India?
What is CFI?
The Consolidated Fund, I mean, the amount of revenue which is incurred in India and amount of FDIs coming in India, all put together gives our Consolidated Fund for the nation.
What is the current SLR?
Statutory liquid ratio is around 3.4%.
And who sets the reserve requirement?
Reserve Bank of India.
Okay, good. And who's the current governor of the Reserve Bank of India?
Oh my God. Patel.
Patel, okay.
No, sir.
Vallabhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhai Patel.
No.
Okay, who's Sardar Vallabhai Patel? Fine. We'll talk to you about one Patel. Who's Sardar Vallabhai Patel?
He's Iron Man of India, sir.
He's Iron Man of India. Okay, let me ask you one more question. Sorry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you don't know Sardar Vallabhai Patel, but can you tell me who Jane Jose is?
Jane Jose?
Yeah.
Jane Jose? No, sir.
Never heard of this person. What about Anuja Rajan? Have you heard of either Anuja Rajan or Jane Jose?
No, sir, I haven't.
Have some shame. Have a modicum of shame. They were your runners. They were your buddies. The past 3 days you've been texting them. So what have you saved their names as, man?
So my buddy was Anup Paul.
It was Anup Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's on me. I'm sorry. I thought it was because I was told it was James. That one's on me. Sorry, but I thought it was this thing. Okay, but what are your thoughts on Anup Paul, by the way?
Sir, Anup Paul, she was understanding, though at times I made mistakes. She was, she was very understanding, and she tried to explain me things very clearly.
She actually told us that you were making late night calls, and that's not
no, I didn't make late night calls. I got a call.
She did say that she's actually registered a complaint with the coordination committee as well.
Okay, then I think I should show my call
record. You'll probably receive a tweet about that pretty soon.
Yeah, I think with all
what is your take on sexual harassment at the workplace? What is your take on sexual harassment at the workplace? Does that constitute sexual harassment? The fact that you're calling people late in the night?
Let's say if I did call and if it
you did call. We have proof of that. So does that constitute harassment is my question.
If I have called her with intent of doing something sexually or, asking her.
I don't know about that. You made a call at 2 a.m. at night, okay, yes, where all of you were asked to sleep. You made a call. So does that sexual harassment?
Considering the work timing there, I don't think it would be considered as sexual harassment in any of the policy. I might have called her for my work reasons, not necessary for any abuse or something.
Okay, what is your take on the sexual harassment? Sorry. The Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 2013, Nirbhaya Act of 2013. What is your take?
It's definitely a good act, but I don't think...
Is it being implemented well?
It's not that. I was coming to that. Thank you for that, sir. It's not completely implemented well. I think only time it was implemented...
Can you give me instances where it failed? Can you give me instances where it failed?
Sir, there are many instances right now. When we are speaking, there might be rape cases happening.
Give me names. Give me names. Don't be vague. Give me names.
Sir, honestly, the names of the rape victim are not given directly to the media, or we don't know what their names are. So I don't know their names.
All right. Fair enough. Stop.
Companies having how many number of employees should mandatorily constitute POSH committee?
So can you come once again, sir?
Companies having what number of employees should mandatorily constitute POSH committee?
POSH committee, sir. The prevention of sexual harassment.
The minimum number of employees.
Sir, it should have the equal constitution of the women and the men.
How many number of employees wherein a company should have mandatorily implemented this minimum number of employees?
Prince, I want to see if you're a forward-thinking person. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on Lisbons?
Thoughts on
Lisbons?
Sir, it's their choice. They can. Sir,
it's illegal to call Lisbons after 9 p.m. right?
Sorry, it's illegal to. I wasn't aware of that.
But it's their choice. What is their choice? You were saying, yeah, go ahead. Tell us more.
So can you repeat that word again?
What are your thoughts about Lisbons? I've asked you. You were saying something, right? It's their choice. Something you were saying. What is that? Tell us more.
Okay, I heard it lesbians. Is that what you meant here, sir?
I said Lisbons. People of Lisbon.
People of Lisbon.
Where is Lisbon?
Okay, it's. Lisbon.
It's illegal to call Lisbons after 9 p.m. Do you know that?
Definitely, it's a country now. So I wasn't aware of that part, but let's say.
Where is Lisbon? What is Lisbon?
So you know what? Stop embarrassing yourself, buddy.
Okay, Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, and in Portugal, it is illegal to make work calls after 9 p.m. Okay. And it's definitely not their choice.
Yeah, it's not advisable here either, by the way, Prince.
All right.
So stop making late night calls. Okay. Thank you so much, and stop doing that, for heaven's sake. Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
All the best.
Bye.
That is chess number BM70. Now I'm hoping BM44 has cleaned his room and is waiting for us right now. So we'll add him into the meeting, and to fill in that time, we'll play a small advertisement.
Okay. Okay, MTV Crib season 2. Come on, let's see it. Let's see the room.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Right, did you clean your room?
Yeah, I did. I arranged everything.
Okay, doesn't look like a good arrangement though.
Okay, let's see your bed. That's why we had a.
This is a storage room, not a bedroom. This is where I work.
Is that the best?
Okay, minimal effort, but commendable nevertheless.
Right. You know, I have a question for you. Okay, it's a scenario. Let's say you work with a chemical company. You're the owner of a chemical company, and in the process of running a test, you ended up killing 3 employees. Okay, and the family members of those 3 employees are now demanding a compensation of 25 crores, and they're right here. They're the judges. Okay, explain to us why you cannot pay compensation. And if you pay compensation of 25 crores, that's it. You're done with your business because you're not that big. So let's go ahead. Come on.
So may I know who the bereaved family is?
All of us.
Okay. First off, I would like to give my condolences for the loss of your family.
I don't want your condolences, man. You've killed my girlfriend.
I'm so sorry, sir, but I think she knew the risk which was at stake if she was going to work in a company like this.
Absolutely not. You did not make aware of her. Okay, because we made a call before that. My family members have also fallen.
You think anyone's crazy enough to come to work and say, today I might die, might as well go to work? You think anyone's that stupid?
So no one is, but obviously the people who passed away,
tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. What exactly happened? We want to know.
So basically there was there was a short circuit in the building, and that caused them to.
Okay, so don't stop reminding us of that. Just tell us about the money. We need 25 crores, 8.33 crores each. That's how much we want.
25 crores.
I want the whole 25 for myself. My girlfriend's life is worth a lot more than 25 crores, but I want all of it for myself.
Okay. Well, in that case,
respected.
Look, we don't have a lot of. Just tell us yes or no. Can you pay 25 crores or not?
No, I cannot.
Then you go to jail. That's what's going to happen.
You need to understand that your family members had known what they were.
They were used as lab rats for an experiment in your company. That's what we came to know. And we have.
They were not lab rats. They were esteemed, valued workers.
There are whistleblowers in your company saying that you use them as lab rats, and you know that's illegal. Even with animals, you used people for that. Okay. So
I know it is illegal, but
can you pay us the money or not? That's a question. Simple, plain, yes or no.
I am really sorry, sir. We can go for a compensation, but not of 25 crores. I just want to tell you that no money will ever.
If you don't sanction that amount, me and my whole family is committing suicide today.
I'm really sorry, sir. I want to remind you that no money is going to compensate for the lives you've lost. I would just like you to remind that. I will ensure that your family is provided for in the future. But right now, I don't think any amount of money will compensate for the lives you lost.
It will for us. So shut up and tell us.
I can provide you with a life in the future. I can make sure that
you can provide me with a life.
If you just give me a chance.
Wait. What do you mean? You're gonna marry him? You'll come be my girlfriend or what?
I mean, if you swing.
He lost his girlfriend. They were about to get married in a couple of weeks.
I'm really sorry, sir, but again, I would like you to remind.
I was planning on consummating my relationship next week. Now what? I can't use you for that.
So I don't swing that way too, sir. But I would just like to remind you that if she was something which was very esteemed in your life, then I'm really sorry. You can never replace that gap in your life again. But I would just like to remind you that all your family members knew what they were doing. All right. And as a compensation from my side, I will ensure that all of you will have good lives in the future. You will have compensations. I will provide for you.
What more can you expect from a guy who could not even get into Christ University main campus? It's fine. It's okay.
Okay. How do you treat?
First of all, I didn't want Christ College.
Okay. Forget that.
I didn't want.
No. First of all, you didn't want Christ College.
They didn't want you. That's the truth.
They didn't want you.
Okay. How do you treat murder and insurance? Let's say you have an insurance policy. You got murdered. Will you be eligible for the compensation if you got murdered? Simple question.
My family will be eligible for it, sir.
Wait. Where did you say you live, by the way?
I live in Bangalore.
Bangalore in Karnataka. So there was an aircraft that was flying from Kochi to Bangalore. And at just after Kasaragod, right between at the border of Kerala and Karnataka, this plane crashed. Why should the survivors be buried?
Well, what is the origin of the plane, sir?
The plane started in Kerala and it was supposed to land in Bangalore. So where would the survivors be buried?
So I think they would be buried in Bangalore itself.
Why would you bury the survivors?
You should be buried. Why would you bury the survivors, man?
Oh, survivors. Okay. I'm sorry. I was focusing on the people.
You were not focused. You were nervous. That's what it shows.
Can you explain the 4 moons? What is this? Waxing moon, waning moon. What is this? Why have you put 4 moons in your resume, on your resume of failures?
So it just shows like.
Are you occult? Is this some cult? Like what is this? Like what am I?
No, it's not a cult anything. So it's just like a transformation of the moon. It resembles me also of how I've become as a person.
What is your take on vaping?
As in what? After 28 days of hanging out with people to just disappear on them?
What is your take on vaping? Answer me first. What is your take on vaping?
So I'm not for smoking in any form.
What is your take on vaping? I don't know.
We didn't ask about smoking. We're asking about vaping.
Okay, vaping. All right. So I've not really come across anyone who vapes. But
you have not come across, man. Come on.
You're in Bangalore.
You're in Bangalore.
Well,
look outside the window. Look outside the window right now. Maybe you'll find someone.
So like I'm not associate people who vape as such, but
you don't associate with. So if somebody vapes, that's it. You've defamed their character.
You're that tolerant.
So I would like to remind you there's a difference between vaping and smoking.
I already reminded you this. So if somebody vapes, that's it. It's defamation of character. Huh?
No, like I'm not saying that. So the person might be an amazing person. Friends or any people associate don't vape.
Let's talk about smoking. So smoking is defamation of character?
No, sir.
No?
No.
So smoking is good.
It's not good, but it might be a personal habit of a person that does not destroy his personality.
Oh, it does not destroy his personality, but it's not a personal habit. It affects people around him. Passive smoking is 70 times more dangerous than smoking itself.
Yeah, it is. I know that, sir. But again,
I'll give you a scenario. Okay.
Yes.
Imagine you're in the 1920s. Okay. Imagine you're in the 1920s, and in the 1920s, if you didn't know, women never used to smoke. Okay.
Yes.
No, you are assigned with the responsibility of making them smoke and creating a market for me. Let's say.
But before that, you have to tell me. But before that, you have to tell me about the Torches of Freedom movement.
What's up?
You have to tell me about the Torches of Freedom movement before that.
And how is it connected to this?
Freedom movement.
What? Yeah. That happened in the 1920s. It's a big clue. Come on.
Freedom movement. I think it's getting more rights for women.
Torches of Freedom.
Torches
of Freedom.
So
Who is the father of public?
You're not aware. Okay, I agree. But can you make an estimated guess? Can you make an educated guess on what you think Torches of Freedom are?
Torches of Freedom would be referred to racism, slavery.
Well, absolutely not. Okay. So come back to the scenario. 1920s, women don't smoke. You're assigned with the responsibility. Okay, you're a public relations guy. What would you do? I want to smoke. I'm Lucky Strike. Okay, cigarette to tobacco manufacturing company. So tell me what you would do.
All right. So 1920s, men were considered, classy if they smoked. I believe everyone had a pipe in their mouth.
Yeah. So tell me about the campaign that you're planning to do to make women smoke.
So I would bring about equality, like the fact of equality that women are as
same. Beating around the bush. Answer my question. What would you do? What campaign would you run?
A campaign.
Okay, forget that. I don't think you'll be able to answer this. Okay. Do you use social media?
Yes, sir.
Use WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
How does WhatsApp make money?
Right now they're owned by Facebook. So Facebook has.
How does WhatsApp make money? Forbes estimates that they make close to 5 billion. Tell me how they make that money. No idea, right?
No, sir.
Right. I gave you a scenario. I asked you direct questions and they're all related to business and you have no idea. Tell me how I should rate you among the 5 now, because they were all able to answer at least bits and pieces of information. You can't do that.
Well, so if
I feel like you're you're an ageist. Do you know what an ageist is?
No, sir.
Okay, an ageist is a person who feels that people who are of a certain age should not do certain things. Like if you are, like for example, if somebody decides to, somebody decides to join the workforce at 50, you would not allow that person.
So that's not true.
But you've on paper, I have you saying not being given, one of your weaknesses apparently is not being given opportunities to achieve greater things before a certain age. And what is that age?
So that was from a personal perspective from my parents. Like if my parents reach a certain age, certain things happen. Might not be able to show them that I've achieved certain things, right?
So what are these things? What are these things? So wait, so your whole life is built around what your parents think of you?
So I would like to believe that I want my parents to think of me in a certain way. For example, certain situations, like I want them to see what I achieve in the academics atmosphere, in the atmosphere of, in the sphere of, like my achievements in extracurricular activities also.
So you're saying people who have not achieved things at a certain age. What are these goals for yourself, for instance? What are the age milestones for you?
So I'm not talking about the age milestone. I'm just saying before a person is gone. We live in an unpredictable time.
No, let's not don't BS the BSer, okay? I'm asking you of what you've written here. Not being given opportunities to achieve greater things before a certain age. What is that age? And what are these certain things? Specific things, tell me.
Okay, from my perspective or someone else's?
From your perspective.
Okay, so from like for example, I became the secretary of management when I was 20. I wanted to take part in BM, but I didn't have the opportunities before in first and second year because the pandemic started and our college didn't send us anywhere.
Yeah.
And then
one question from my side.
Yes, sir.
You said you will do anything. You'll do anything under your command to achieve your goals. Can you please clarify that?
So I mean anything legal, like I won't do anything illegal to achieve my ends, but I would do anything to make sure that I win or make sure that I succeed in my life.
Okay, can you tell me
why should we crown you now?
So well, I believe that I am more realistic. I believe that I am my true self over here. I believe that whenever I take part in Best Manager, I feel that I'm putting myself forward as my real personality. I'm not being fake.
You've scored very high on pathos, appeal to emotion. But tell me, you said I will do anything as long as it's legal. Can you think of a scenario where something is legal but not ethical?
Gonna take forever.
I think it would be considering from Christine's family's perspective, getting married to someone who's outside your religion, that is considered ethical, at least by our family members. I think that I would be okay with it.
But it's also legal. I don't
the other way around. The other way around.
It's both legal and ethical to do that. There is no law that says you cannot marry. My father's a Hindu, my mother's a Christian. It's not illegal and it's definitely not unethical.
For certain families, it is considered unethical. So, like, I come from a family which is.
I asked you. Okay. For certain families, it's considered unethical.
Yeah.
Okay. We do not know the definition of the word ethics. Then, thank you.
Hey, come back to my question. By the way, I asked you about WhatsApp and their business model. You didn't explain that.
So I'm not aware how WhatsApp earns money from text messages. Yes.
Do you know how Facebook makes money?
So ads. Basically,
that's ads. Have you ever heard of a company called Cambridge Analytica?
Yes, they were in the spotlight 2 years ago.
No,
for what exactly?
For 5 years ago, they were in the spotlight for what exactly?
Information of the users were passed from Facebook to Russia, and it was leaked basically.
In connection with what?
Personal details as to.
In connection with what? In connection with which specific?
The votes of Donald Trump.
Was it 2020 or was it 2016?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Paka.
Okay. People believe that the governor of Florida is going to be the next Republican candidate. Can you tell me the name of that candidate?
So I'm not aware of politics, sir.
You're not aware of politics.
What is your favorite subject, by the way? Steve, what's your favorite subject?
So cost accounting.
Cost accounting. Okay. Wow. Okay. Nirmal, you want to take this?
No, okay. Here's my question. So there's CPA and there's chartered accountancy. Okay? Simple question. How would you rate CPA over chartered accountancy. People say it's better to have a CPA to find jobs. What's your take on that?
CPA.
What is CPA?
I think it's a professional course.
Of course it is.
It's like a professional version of CA.
Professional version of CA started by what? The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India?
No, it's not an Indian. It's not an Indian course.
Okay.
It's abroad.
What are your thoughts on Luca Pacioli?
So I have no clue who that is. I'm sorry.
Your favorite subject is what again?
Tell me the golden rules of accounting.
Golden rules: real account, nominal account, and
the golden rules of accounting. My goodness.
Okay, I'll tell you, sir. Like debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains, and debit the receiver, credit the giver. I was telling you the heading before.
You're one of those rote learning people.
Yeah.
So you have to go through the entire list to get there. He cannot start from the middle. It has to be from the top. Page number
I like being detailed.
Yeah, you don't want
Steve, imagine you're a manager of a company.
Yes, sir.
And I'm one of the best employees of yours. You want to replace your brother with me. You have 1 minute to terminate me.
I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat what you said?
You are a manager of a company. I am one of your best employees. You want to replace your brother with me in my position. You have 1 minute to terminate me. Terminate. Your time starts now.
1 week to terminate, yeah.
Okay.
1 minute.
Mr. Gajendra, I would like to say that you have been an exceptional employee in this company, and
Why terminate? Why do you terminate me? Why do you want to terminate me? I've been the best.
Sir, I think that you can take your resources and go somewhere else and make it bigger, because your work over here was perfect. You've done an amazing job, but I think it's about time you spread your wings and grow as a person from leaving this company. It's not about our company, it's about you. I feel that you can do way better than working over here.
Now, one more thing. You're the least ethical guy. This is what you're doing is legal but not ethical.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the definition.
So this is an example.
So how is gratuity calculated?
Gratuity.
Yeah. Let's say Gajendra was working with your company for 5 years. How would you calculate gratuity?
Okay. This is income tax.
For 5 years.
This is not income tax.
So like
do you think you have to pay him gratuity because he only worked for 5 years, right? Is that necessary? You're not sure, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure.
Okay. So by the way, were you allowed to listen in on the previous contestants and all that? Did you take a look at how they performed the thing?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me ask you quickly. What are your thoughts about Jane?
About Jane?
Jane Jose.
My buddy, he was very helpful. I texted him, he would reply within a few seconds. He was always there to clear any doubt. And in fact, when I was cleaning the room, he was texting me, telling me it's all right. You can come back.
He told us you're an arrogant guy.
Arrogant?
Who doesn't have any manners.
Oh, but we had good conversations throughout. I think.
And you told me something very interesting earlier. You told me that you don't swing that way, huh? Do you play baseball?
No, sir. No.
Then why make a sports analogy to me?
So
okay, forget that. What are your thoughts on Lisbons?
On?
What are your thoughts on Lisbons?
Lisbons?
Yeah.
That's no. Lisbons are Lisbon is Portugal. It's people from Portugal.
Lisbons are people from Portugal. Good. What should we be allowed to call Lisbons post 9 p.m.?
So I don't think so. No.
Why?
Because I think Portugal has this term where you can't contact people from work after they leave their work.
Good. Very good answer.
Okay. All right. Simple question for you. Okay. Let's say you're going to start. You didn't come to Kerala, but you're aware of Kerala, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let's say you're going to start a company in Kerala. Okay. In 2022, what company would it be and why?
Okay, so this is where my social responsibility came. I believe that Kerala has a good source of hemp, which is a byproduct of marijuana. I believe that we can
start a company.
So the documents and all you have to prepare, but you need to put out the product.
What are the documents?
Okay, first you need to know the name of the company. Then
how do you register the name of the company?
under the Companies Act 19.
How do you register the name of the company?
With the register of companies. So.
How do you register? Am I not clear? How do you register?
I'm not sure about the process. I will learn when I register my own company for sure.
That's when you will learn. That's when
so
you will
when
learn.
I will learn when I require it. So like I'm
okay,
for sure.
What is the difference between a B school and an E school?
B schools, business schools, which you can do online, offline. E schools only mainly online.
Wrong. What is the difference? E school and B school. Think from the context of a business. What is the difference between a B school and an E school?
B school.
E school. Never heard of it?
I've heard of B school, but is E schools? B schools are like colleges which.
Here's the difference. One provides job seekers, the other provides job providers.
Are you sweating?
He's sweating so bad.
The fan, I'm not switching.
Why don't you take your coat off? It's perfectly fine. You can take it off.
No, I've closed all the windows.
Rather be uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I don't mind this.
You're sweating. You're literally sweating, my guy.
So, but the thing is, like, I switched off the fan so I can hear you properly. That's the only reason I'm sweating.
Okay, coming back to one question that I asked earlier when you came first, I asked you about solar and wind. You said they're not viable solutions. Give me an alternative to solar and wind, other than fossil fuels. I'll give you a hint. 1945.
Or fusion.
Okay, what is economies of scale?
Economies of scale. So I know what it is, but I can't remember it right now.
Do you know what is scope? Economies of scope.
So the same thing, like I can't remember this right now. Like I will take some time to understand and tell you.
Okay, you're given an opportunity to become a Prime Minister of India for a day. What will you do?
First of all, I would stop the beef ban.
Legalize marijuana so that you can start your hemp business, and for no other reasons.
First of all, I would like to state that the use of THC is allowed in India, not CBD. That's legal. So there's no problem with marijuana.
Someone who doesn't smoke at all, you seem to know quite a bit about all this. Very interesting, huh?
So I would.
I understand.
Yeah, for social development, so nothing else.
Yeah, for what is it? What does he do? Sustainability. What is it?
Social responsibility.
It's social responsibility.
Yes, sir. Okay, I would on beef ban, and also the problem of
where is the beef ban? I mean, where is the beef ban?
So it started in Karnataka, then it's there in UP, MP. In certain parts of Karnataka, like Manipal and Mangalore, it's not allowed at all.
So you don't respect the beliefs of those persons who treat cow as God. You're a social responsible person, right? You have a onus upon your part to respect their beliefs.
I would like to remind you that the gods are cows. We are not asking that we kill cows. We respect that cows are gods. But there is a ban on killing of buffalo also in certain parts of the country.
There is not. Which law? There is
no such ban.
In UP, people are killed even for the slaughter of beef.
That's not the question.
That's not a law. That's not a law. Those are free agents who are acting on their own volition. That there is no such law on the murder of.
In UP, there is. Even irrespective of it being a law, it's still done. The government can take implementations, but they haven't. Because
on the slaughter of cows only, not on buffaloes.
Even on buffaloes.
Speaking of UP, what are your thoughts on Hindi being our national language?
So it is not our national language.
Very good. Keep going. Keep going. Very good answer.
It is not our national language.
Or what do you know about
we do not have a national language. We are a secular country.
Then what is Hindi? Then what is Hindi?
Hindi is a language of our country. We have many. If you look at it from that perspective, Tamil is supposed to be our national language.
No, Hindi is not the national language. What is it?
Classical language.
It is just one of the languages, sir. It's not.
Good answer. Keep going. What else?
If it looks from that perspective.
One of the what languages? Okay, yeah. Tell me.
One of the many languages of our country. If you look at it from that perspective, then if we have to make a national language, we will make it Tamil because it's one of the oldest languages to ever exist in our country.
It is an official language as per Article 343 of the Constitution. That's your answer.
All right, Steve, here's a question. Let's say I'm sending you for an internship in North Korea, okay? And I want you to start a fast food chain. Okay, where would you start it, or where would you be able to start it? That would be the right question.
In North Korea.
Yep. Where is North Korea?
I know where North Korea is, so like.
Perfect.
But it'll be difficult because of time.
So okay, let's say you are getting there. Where would you be allowed to start one?
So I would say near the border, like near the border of South Korea.
Near the border with China?
No, with South Korea.
No, sorry, buddy. Okay. Pyongyang. Have you ever heard of Pyongyang?
Oh yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, where is it? Where is it? What is that system? Is it a system? Is it a system?
It's a place.
It's a place. Where exactly is it?
So I'm sorry, but I'm geographically weak, whether it's in North Korea or South Korea. But
you're not sure, buddy. I know that.
I think it's
okay. I can tell. So okay. Let's say you're Apple. You're replacing your employees. You're taking them off of China. You have three options. You can either bring them to Philippines, India, or Vietnam. So let's say you're only looking at the wages. Where would you have them?
Philippines, sir.
Philippines. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. The wage rates are comparatively cheaper
compared to Vietnam. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Please check it up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will check.
Okay. See, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie: V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. Remember the 5th of November. So now there's a character in that movie, right, called V.
Yes, sir.
So he wears a mask.
Guy Fawkes.
Okay, who's Guy Fawkes?
So basically, he was a man who transported prisoners, or who made a way from the prison outside. So he was trying to find a way, but he got caught because he was a kind of a liberator. He was caught, and then he was killed by, not killed exactly. His face was burnt with a steel, not metal mask.
Do you have any idea what the gunpowder treason plot is?
Can you repeat that, sir?
So Guy Fawkes was charged with the gunpowder treason plot. That was what he was charged for. So
yeah,
what is the gunpowder treason plot?
So he wanted to, this is the concept of the movie. He wanted to, bomb blast of the Big Ben. So he was building a passage to put gunpowder.
He wanted to bomb. Very good. He wanted to bomb blast the Big Ben. Why the Big Ben? What is so significant about the Big Ben?
Because it stands for a government. It stands for the government for the country. So it stands that there is
for the government, or it is the government?
No, it represents the government in England. It shows that they are equal to everyone.
How does it represent the government?
Because the parliament is like right there next to the Big Ben.
Exactly. Yeah, he wanted to block the parliament.
Steve, I'd like to know more about you. Can you introduce yourself in a song?
In a song?
Yeah.
Can I get the guitar?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Just sing.
Actually, would it be okay if he did? Let's see what he can do.
If you can pick it up fast. If it's in your room,
it's right there. It's right beside him. It's right beside him.
Do you want any like?
Just introduce yourself in a song. It's your choice.
Yes.
My name is Steve. I am a student. I think I'm fine. I know that I have what it takes to win.
Okay.
Can you say the lyrics for us?
So my name is Steve. I am a student.
Sing it out exactly the same way without the guitar.
Okay. My name is Steve. I am a student. I think that I am fine.
Okay, that was pretty simple. Can you introduce the judges? You've been interacting with us for about 20 minutes. Tell us what you think about us, each one of us, through a song.
With a song?
Yes.
Can you give me like 30 seconds to prepare?
I'll give you 10. I'll give you 10 seconds though. Go ahead.
We'll give you 10 seconds here. Go ahead.
All right. Yep.
A Grim likes friends. He's a really classy dude. A Nirma likes a counts. He took my case, he really roasted me. Cutting throat and asked me that many questions. Georgie, sir, he really asked me hard questions. Graham, why do you have to take my case?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
All the best.
All right, thank you. All the best.
Thank you for your time.
That was our last participant. From the side of Team Infloré and the Rajagiri family, I extend my sincere gratitude to all the interviewers for taking the time from your busy schedule today and joining us here to make the interview so lively.
Could you do us a favor and add back all the contestants, like all of them, every single one of them?
Sure. Just give me a minute. I'll talk to
you can coordinate. Yeah.
Okay.